It just chewing on the table today.
This is Thunder Country, 93.5 KKTT FM. Burdett, Hayes, Great Bend. Lacrosse Leopard Sports is on the air.
Off left wing is Miller trying to work inside there. Doesn't like what he has instead. The three to the top. Ball works its way to the right corner. The three is up and good.
Today's Leopard broadcast is brought to you by Barton County Community College, First Bank and Trust, Leon, Rush County Insurance, GBT, Miller Trucking, Beach Hometown Market, Lacrosse Livestock,
Keep your
Rush
ass
County
full of
Health Farm Buying Contractors, Mr. P's Trucking, Locust Grove Village, Skillet and Son, S&W Supply, Morgan Brothers, Farm Bureau, Teresa Greenway, Whitetail Properties, Great Sports Pub and Grub, Align Chiropractic, Schaefer, Easy Mart. The voice of the Lacrosse Leopards, Aaron Clark.
Welcome into 93.5 Thunder Country. Thank you for joining me tonight here in Dighton. I'm Aaron Clark. I'll have your play-by-play tonight action. And joining me for color commentary is my brother Ryan Clark, holding it down in the studio as the board operator, Marilyn Joy. And we've got what should be a fun game on the docket as the Lady Leopards have traveled, made the trip past the batting cage in Bazine to Dighton to take on the Hornets. Lady Leopards coming off of a big 53-14 win against Moscow that capped off their Mineola tournament where they were able to pick up their two wins on the season. Starting that tournament in Mineola, they beat Ingalls 33-30. A dramatic end to that game. It's Madison Morgan getting a game-stealing block to win it for the Leopards in the waning moments of the fourth quarter. They then came up just short against Ashland on the second day of that tournament, losing 48-46 before beating Moscow 53-14. Now 2-3 on the year. They'll be looking to pick up their third win, pull back even on the season, but easier said than done against a Lady Hornets squad that's 3-1 so far on the year. Their lone loss, their opening game against Trigo, where they fell 50-47. However, since then, 3 straight wins. First on December 9th against Ellis, where they beat the Railers, where they beat Ellis 55-9, excuse me. They then beat Oakley 57-45 and then Quinter 51-44 before facing the Leopards here tonight. We'll be looking to see big games from Madison Morgan. She had 15 points against Moscow. And Kinley Shull, 11 points, 7 steals in that contest. Also 2 offensive rebounds from Shull. A lot of hustle that she's been displaying early in this season, paying off last week. When we come back, we'll have more of a breakdown on the scoring numbers and overall stats from last Saturday's contest against Moscow right here on the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show on 93.5 Thunder Country.
Leon's Welding and Fabrication in Hayes is the region's trailer and tow professional. Leon specializes in trailer manufacturing and trailer repair, boat and utility and Leon's Welding, full line of trailer replacement parts and accessories, top deal, destination.
Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country for the Farmers Bank and Trust of Lacrosse countdown to tip-off here in Dighton. About 7 minutes remaining before the Lady Leopards game against Dighton. Taking a look at the last outing for the Lady Leopards, a 53-14 win against Moscow. Leading in the scoring column for Coach Castaneda's squad, Madison Morgan, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Steals a major component in that dominant win for the Leopards as they rack up 23 steals on the night. Leading the way, Kinley Joe, 7 steals to go along with 11 points. Kind of a breakout game. Has been producing very well so far here early in the season for the Leopards and really shining last Saturday. Also in the scoring column for the Leopards, Faith Hamilton, she had 9 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. She was able to get in on the steal fest. Next in the scoring column, Lillian McGacking, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal, while Clara Keelhouse, kind of the constant point guard game, as she had 5 rebounds, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals, being a fulcrum out there for the Leopards. Rounding out the stats here, Kendra Marvin, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Gotta say, you get able to force over 20 turnovers against your opponent. It's gonna go a long way towards getting victory, right?
It absolutely will, and that's part of the reason we saw that scoring disparity there. Another thing I want to talk about with this ball movement that we've seen really on this has been very good, and I feel like this Leopard squad excels when no one's trying to sit with the ball too long. No one's just thinking, should I drive? Should I maybe take a shot from here? What do I need to do? If you're not sure, you don't have a good look right now, send it down the way. Pass it along that perimeter, feed it down into the post. See if somebody else has something they can do if they've got an open shot somewhere, or they've maybe got a defensive mismatch. And I feel like the team, especially in that Ingles game last week, did a really, really good job of making sure that ball never sat any one place too long and didn't let that defense get comfortable anywhere. Always make that defense have to be moving and making adjustments. Don't let them get too feeling easy, too thinking that they've got a good lockdown on this player. Everybody on this team has the potential to score from somewhere on this court, and if you move that ball around, you'll find a good shot and you'll find points on the board.
Especially early, like in the game against Ellenwood back on December 5th, the Eagles really keyed in on Madison Morgan. It made it hard for her to even find space to breathe out there on the court, and the rest of the Leopard offense really seemed to kind of be hesitant to attack the bucket that night. Since then, though, I feel like we've seen much more of a team-centric offense. Still Madison leading the way and scoring a lot, but other ladies getting up there close to double-digit points, if not in double digits, takes some of the load off of Madison and allows her to shift her attention to more of a defensive focus, as she's been racking up 2 steals and 1 block per contest so far on the season. We saw a great block, like I mentioned, against Ingles, won them the game 33-30. Coach Castaneda said in the post-game, you usually don't like to see the full shot block try on a three-pointer like that. Usually like them to just run out and contest, but sometimes nice to have that veteran senior savviness to go up and get the big stuff for the team. Excited to see what the Leopards can do tonight. We've got about 3.5 minutes remaining before tip-off here in the Dighton gym. We'll take a look at the season averages for the Leopards when we come back here in just a minute on the 93.5 Farmers Bank and Trust of Lacrosse countdown to tip-off. We'll be back in just 60 seconds. Welcome back in at 93.5 Thunder Country here on the Farmers Bank and Trust countdown to tip-off pregame show. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go before tip-off between the Lady Hornets and the Lady Leopards of Lacrosse. Taking a look at Lacrosse's scoring averages, or I should just say season averages so far on the year. Kinley Shull, first time starting, doing a good job so far with 4 points, 3 rebounds a contest, averaging 3 steals coming in tonight's game as well, shooting 67% from the field. Clara Thielenhouse, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals on the season. Good point guard numbers there. Clara, a staple over the years for the Leopards. Her and Madison Morgan. Madison averaging 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 block, shooting 27% from the field. Madison, long, fast, athletic, a second-team All-State selection last year. Clearly trying to repeat that or maybe even get higher honors here this season. Also having a quality season for Coach Castaneda, Faith Hammocky. 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Shooting 21% from three-point land, not afraid to let it fly, and aided her on her way to 9 points against Moscow on Saturday. Kendra Marvin rounding out the starters for Lacrosse. She averages 4 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block. Foul troubles have limited her minutes at times. She'll have to try to play a little bit cleaner. I do like the defensive awareness she's able to show at times. We'll go ahead and take our final break of the Farmers Bank and Trust pregame show as they get ready to play the national anthem here on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country here on the Farmers Bank and Trust countdown to tip-off. Aaron Clark joined by Ryan Clark. Marilyn Joy holding it down at the studio as our board operator. Diving into the starting lineup for both sides tonight. Starting with Dighton. Up first, it's 5'9" sophomore Lily Beach wearing number 11. She'll be playing on the wings, joined by number 12, the 5'9" junior Kenzie Zimmerman. Lonnie Spear wearing number 22, a 5'11" junior, will be playing down low in the post for the Hornets. Well, Carly Spear wearing number 34, 5'10", a junior, will be joining her down low on the block. Rounding out the starting five for head coach of the Lady Hornets, Cyrus Haynes, number 33, Riley James, a 5'8" sophomore forward, will be trying to get out in transition. Turning our attention to the starting lineup for the Lady Leopards. Won't dive into the stats too much this time, but just a quick rundown again. Number 10, Kinley Shull. She's coming off of a 7-steal game against Moscow on Saturday. Number 11, Clara Thielenhouse, 5'3" senior point guard, coming off a 6-steal game. So those two girls combining for 13 steals. You gotta imagine if they can replicate close to that much defensive production here tonight, it'll help the Lady Leopards on their way to their 3rd victory of the season. Also in the starting lineup, Faith Hammocky coming off a 9-point game against Moscow. Seems like she's been getting more and more comfortable on the offensive end, knowing what her role is and not being afraid to let it fly from deep. Madison Morgan wearing number 23, 5'8" senior, coming off a 15-point, 6-rebound game. Madison does a lot for the Leopards in transition as well. Quick outlet passes and good inbound passes all around the court. Rounding out the starting lineup for Coach Castaneda, wearing number 25, Kendra Marvin. 5'10" sophomore will man down low for the Lady Leopards as she'll be looking to a defensive force for Coach in the low post. Ryan?
Absolutely, she will, and she did a really good job last season of filling in a little bit while Dillette was having some injury issues, and then now with Dillette being out the whole season this year, she's really had to step up, and so far has done a very good job of doing just that and helping anchor this Leopard defense and be a good option down low on the offensive end as well, making sure to grab some boards down there, get some good easy putbacks for some quick buckets.
In the center circle to jump, it's Madison Morgan jumping against Lonnie Spear. The Hornets win the tip, and in the far corner, Zimmerman has it, trying to get into the high post to Spear. Back into the corner, Zimmerman gets the bucket to fall. Quick three-pointer gives Dighton a 3-0 lead with 20 seconds off the clock in the opening frame. Morgan has it in the right wing for the Leopards. To Hamke on the left side now before Faith moves it up top to Thielenhaus. Clear it back on the left side with Hamke, and down onto the baseline it goes to Kinley Shull. Now a pass gets onto the back court and was not touched by a Hornet before being chased down by Faith Hamke. And so backcourt call gets made. Possession goes to Dighton in their offensive end. Throwing it in, it'll be Lily Beach. She moves the ball inbounds to Riley James. James onto the right side with Beach. Beach into the paint. Finds Riley James as it gets knocked away. Kenzie Zimmerman with it, moves into the left corner, driving inside, shot blocked. Riley James has a shot block. Kendra Marvin with the swat. That time, though, the offensive glass grabbed by Lonnie Spears. Outside shot, no good. Thielenhaus comes away with the rebound. At the top of the key, moves the pass on the left side with Hamke. Fakes the pass towards the paint before moving it up top. Thielenhaus tries to keep it swinging. A pass nearly gets away from Madison Morgan. Morgan able to save it inbounds in the corner, or save it from going out of bounds in the corner. She swats it in to Kendra Marvin. Marvin gets tied up by Riley James. The ball, or it'll be a jump ball called, thrown it in on the inbounds for the Leopards. Thielenhaus gets into the right high post with Marvin. Then the handoff back to Thielenhaus as Clara takes over at the top of the point. Moves the pass on the left side with Hamke. Hamke in the left high post with Kendra Marvin. Marvin, ball above her head, evaluating her options, being guarded by Carly Spears. She'll send a pass into the right wing with Madison Morgan. Morgan down over Shull. Shull hook shot, no good. Offensive glass pulled down by Marvin. Kendra working in the short corner. She'll move the pass up top to Thielenhaus. Clara picks up the dribble on the right wing and gets called for the travel as she was trying to pivot around and just got to taking too much of a step. And so with under 6.5 minutes to play in quarter number one, Lady Lacrosse trailing to 3-0 against Dighton.
Let's get a substitution coming onto the court here. Number 5, that'd be Kylie Myers stepping on.
Riley Myers,
pardon me.
And so it will be Dighton ball taken across the midcourt stripe for the Hornets. Riley James. She'll move a pass on to the left side, that time to Myers. Myers down low. Spears gets the shot to bounce twice off the rim before dropping in, and she gets fouled in the process. She'll be heading to the line and a chance for a three-point play. Good display of strength that time from Spears. She was able to get the shot up in contest. The foul going on Madison Morgan. Free throw, no good that time from Spears. Remain a 5-0 lead for Dighton. On the Hornet, Thielenhaus has it, directing the offense. Driving to the left side, she'll send a pass that way to Madison Morgan. Morgan from three, gets it! Spins around the rim while going in and cuts it down to a 2-point lead. And then Madison gets the steal while going up. She'll be fouled and gets it through contact. Couldn't tell if the referee was calling it on the floor or not. He will call it in the act of shooting, and Madison made the bucket, so now she's got a chance at a three-point play.
And a chance to take a 1-point lead in this contest there, with a quick 5 coming in from the Hornets, from the Leopards there.
All from Madison Morgan, a 3-point shot, then a steal, turning into quick bucket, and she sinks the free throw. Madison Morgan, 6 points in under 40 seconds now, a 6-5 lead for Lady Leopards, under 6 to play in our opening frame. Driving on the right side of the lane for Dighton. It's Riley James, gets the right-handed layup to go from the right block. And Dighton right back with a 7-6 lead. Thielenhaus has it, working her way onto the Hornet head at midcourt. Ball in the right hand, she sends a pass to the left side with Hamke. Faith puts the ball over her head and evaluates her options, tries to get a pass into the left lane to Kendra Marvin. Marvin able to get the pass, but is fouled by Carly Spear on the way in.
And Spear definitely reaching in a little bit farther, trying to play some hard defense. You got to respect it. But
Already the second one against Carly Spear. She'll head to the bench, subbing in for her. Now Lonnie Spear back on. Keelan-House has it on the left baseline. She'll bounce pass into Madison Morgan. Morgan gives it right back to Clara, who drives in towards the left block, and a blocking foul called on Lonnie Spear. Sends Clara to the line. We'll see how Keelan-House can handle a couple of free throw shots. First one up and on the way. Hits backboard and drops in. Ties it up 7-7 with 5.5 minutes to play in quarter number one. A second free throw attempt for Keelan-House will potentially give the Leopards the lead. As the ball now in her right hand, gives it a couple of dribbles, puts it up, and gets it to drop in as well. 8-7 goes the lead for the Leopards. Full court press for Lacrosse now as Diane trying to get it, but Kinley Shull with the steal in front of half court gets to Madison Morgan at the free throw line. Morgan to Faith Hamke in the right short corner, no good. Offensive glass pulled down by Kinley Shull. Shull falls down, but able to get an outlet pass out onto the right perimeter to Faith Hamke. Hamke moves up top to Keelan-House. Clara driving on the left side, moves it to Faith. Faith on the left wing, goes up top. Kendra Marvin. Kendra keeps it swinging on the right side with Madison Morgan, who moves it at the top of the key to Keelan-House. Keelan-House back to Hamke on the left side. Dribbling towards the top of the key. She'll cut back towards the baseline. Bounce pass to Marvin on the left block. Kendra dribbles in front of the basket. Goes outside Madison. Madison keeps it swinging into the right corner with Keelan-House. Clara now drives on the baseline. Gets the shot up off the glass to fall. Great take that time from Clara. Has a 10-7 lead for the Lady Hornets. And we'll get a 30-second timeout that time called by Dighton. Lacrosse had fallen down 5-0 early in this game, but Madison Morgan quickly got 6 points off a three-pointer from outside the arc, and then a three-point play coming off of an and-one opportunity. Now, Clara Keelan-House, the last 4 points for the Leopards to take a 10-7 lead over Dighton.
Absolutely. Those seniors coming in big right now for this Lady Leopard squad. And right there, I want to talk about that ball movement that I talked about a little bit in the pregame. You saw there, we had 5 or 6 really quick, really crisp passes coming in from this Lady Leopard squad. And that leads to a nice open drive from Keelan-House from the corner down underneath the basket. No contest, right up, easy bucket, and that's what you need to look for as a team in your offense, is quick, clean passes that lead to nice open shots.
4:44 to play in quarter number one. Lady Leopards leading 10-7 against Dighton. Malin Byrne with it for the Hornets. She'll move the ball across half court to Myers. Myers gets double teamed and nearly has it stolen away. Instead, she gets a pass to James. James dribbles into the left lane and gets the jumper to fall. 10-9 is the lead for Lacrosse. Keelan-House has it at half court, calling the play, sends a pass to Madison Morgan on the right wing. Morgan looking for a pass. We'll move it up top to Marvin. Marvin swings it to Hamke in the left corner. Faith, being guarded by Burnt, will dribble along the perimeter before moving the ball up top on the Hornet to Keelan-House. Clara drives to the right side before sending the pass the left way to Hamke. Hamke back to Keelan-House on the right wing. Now down low on the left block. The ball finds Kendra Martin before back outside. Keelan-House three-pointer, no good off the left side of the glass. Rebound nearly pulled in by Marvin. Instead, Riley James gets it. Driving into the right corner. She'll send a pass inside to Lonnie Spears. Spear goes up with it. Can't get a shot to go, but she's fouled in the act of shooting. Got to see if that one's on Morgan or Marvin. It is on Marvin. They'll send Lonnie Spear to the line for 2 free throw attempts. Earlier, Carly Spear had a chance for an and one. She missed that shot. We'll see if Lonnie can make 2 here. She misses the first one after it hits off the back iron and goes out. Second attempt now for the 5'11 junior for the Hornets. Shot in the right hand. It is up and on the way and finds its way through the net. Ties it up 10-10. Under 3:45 to play in quarter number one. Dighton busting out their own full court press as Keelan-House moves the pass to Shull across half court, and then Shull trying to give it back to Clara. Actually crosses half court. The pass just a little early, and so the backcourt call gets made, gives possession back to the Hornets.
Clara even tried to take a hop over the line there to get her feet up quick enough, but I don't think she quite got it fast enough.
Not quite. Was almost there. Instead, Hornet ball on the left wing, or excuse me now, back at the top, it's Myers. Myers kicks on the right side with Burnt. Burnt down low to Lonnie Spears. Spears again fouled off the right block. Doesn't get the shot to go, but she'll be back at the charity stripe. Just went 1 of 2 to tie the game up 10-10. Now an opportunity for Dighton to take the lead back. Spears has the ball in the right hand, gives it a bounce, puts the shot on the way. That time, first one no good. Missed the first one on the last try before sinking the second. We'll see if that trend doesn't continue here for Spear. Back at the line, shot is up, and that one goes down. 2 of 4 on the night goes Spear to give Dighton an 11-10 lead. Tealhouse has it on the far sideline. She'll move it to McGackney on the near side. Clara back with it at midcourt. She'll drive on the left side. Hamke has it on the left wing. Now, Clara in the left corner, three-pointer, no good. Rebound gets bounced out to Madison Morgan. Her mid-range jumper falls off the target as well, as now Dighton has it. Riley James trying to get it in transition, get it out quickly. Instead, shuffles the feet, gets called for the travel. Leopard ball. Substitution moves in for Dighton. Kenzie Zimmerman stepping on for Riley Myers. It'll be Morgan throwing the ball in on the near sideline. Tealhouse gets it in the backcourt. She'll move across the center stripe. 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Dighton leads 11-10 against Lady Leopard. Stolen by Burnt. Burnt running down the court, being guarded by Hamke. She'll move the pass now to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's shot no good. Burnt with the board. Gets it stolen by Shull. Shull in transition to Tealhouse. Clara racing down the right side of the lane. She'll pull up. Moving outside the perimeter. Gets to Madison Morgan. Right at the top of the key. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Madison Morgan.
Morgan finding her mark early in the first quarter to give Lacrosse a 13-11 lead. Now down low, it's Spear going up on the right side. Doesn't get fouled, but she's able to get the shot to go. Back the game goes tied, 13-13. Both sides changing quick blows. As now Tealhouse trying to get a pass onto the right wing to show it's a knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Dighton. Morgan will be throwing it in front of the Hornets bench. Trying to get it in. She'll find Hamke in the right corner. Faith gives it back to Madison, who will try to get a drive onto the baseline. No go, so she'll move it outside to Shull. Shull back to Morgan in the right corner, who kicks it up top to Hamke. Hamke on the left side. Tealhouse drives in, tries to swing a pass up top. Instead, gets batted away, and Hamke is able to recover. Tealhouse moving along the perimeter. She'll swing a pass to the right side with Hamke. Hamke right back to Clara. Clara floats one into the right corner with Madison, who nearly loses out of bounds, stays on the baseline, but gets it knocked into the Hornets' hands. Dighton with the ball in their offensive end. 1:40 to play in quarter number 1. A pass from James trying to find Burnt in the right corner will go out of bounds, giving the Lacrosse a little possession back. Tealhouse dribbling the ball towards half court. Setting up the offense, so she'll drive onto the right side, moves the pass to Morgan in the right corner. Madison drives in, kicks it outside. McGackney has it, swings the pass onto the right side to Courtney Shull. Courtney Shull trying to swing a pass in the left corner. It goes over the head of Tealhouse and out of bounds. Dighton taking over with Burnt, trying to pass it in. She will get it there to Myers. Myers on the left side moves the pass to that corner with Zimmerman. Zimmerman's pass up top to Burnt gets knocked away but recovered. Now Dighton back with the ball in the right wing. It's Myers, moves it along the perimeter before it settles down with Zimmerman in the left wing. She goes down low to Lonnie Spears. Spears' initial shot off the target, but she's able to grab her own miss. She'll be fouled on the floor. Lillian McGackney, the offending party. Under a minute to go, a three-pointer off the inbounds pass, no good that time from Myers. Madison Morgan gets the rebound, and as she's trying to gain possession, she'll get called for the travel. Riley James subs back in as Kenzie Zimmerman heads to the bench. James now throwing the pass in. She'll find Riley Myers. Myers to Burnt on the left wing. Burnt nearly sails the pass out of bounds. Instead, James able to jump up and get it, keeps it moving into the right wing. Now pass again batted away near Burnt by Morgan, but Hornets able to come away with it. James has in the left corner now. Along the perimeter it moves. Myers was on the right side. She'll drive in, tipped away, but the Hornets recover again. Bunch of tipped passes on this possession. Finally, one ends up going out of bounds. Last touch by Riley Myers. Seemed inevitable the Hornets or the Leopards were going to force a turnover at some point there. Just kept getting closer and closer on some of those tips. Finally able to get a pass tipped. Then the last touch by Myers on its way out of bounds.
And both of these defenses are being oppressive right now. We've got 5 turnovers for the Leopards and 6 for this Hornet squad, as no one's letting anything come easy.
13-13 the score, 20 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Leopard ball, Keelenhouse to the top of the key. She sends a pass on the left side with Hamke. It's stolen away by Burnt. Burnt driving down the right side of the lane, tries to shoot a pass in, and it's off the left or off the right knee of Madison Morgan, and so she gets called for the kick ball violation. Was right around the knee shin area. Probably a good call. Good to stop the fast break by Morgan now. It's on the baseline. Dighton throwing it in. It's Burnt in the right corner. Moves the ball up top to Riley James. Driving into the paint. She'll put a floater up. No good. Off the left side. Gets her own miss. Up off the glass. Gets the shot to fall. And through contact, she'll be heading to the line. Chance for an and one. Already gives Dighton a 15-13 lead with the made layup. We'll see if she can't sink one, or I guess see if you can't miss one to keep it at a 2-point lead. James at the line, ball in the right hand. First shot, or I should say only shot, is up off the right side of the iron. Offensive glass grab put up, no good, and so we'll end the quarter. Dighton leading Lacrosse 15-13. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute with more Lady Leopard basketball here on your home for Leopard Sports, 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where after one quarter of play, Dighton leads Lacrosse 15-3. Dighton does begin the second quarter with the ball as James has it at the top of the key. She'll move a pass to Myers on the right wing. Myers gives a dribble towards mid-court before sending a pass on the left side. Ball goes into the right corner. Three-pointer rounds the rim and drops in from really deep. Early bucket makes it an 18-13 lead for Dighton. Back in their offensive end, Leopards have it in the hands of Madison Morgan. Sends a pass on to the far side of the court with Keelenhouse as Clara driving into the right corner, hands it off to Morgan. Madison fakes a pass left, finds Keelenhouse in the right corner. Clara drives up from the baseline, gets the floater to fall. Keelenhouse, couple of buckets coming from that spot. That drive from the right corner on the baseline cuts it down to a 3-point Dighton lead, 18-15. Hornets have it in their offensive end. Zimmerman moves the pass around the perimeter as the ball settles down to Beach in the left corner. She drives in, sends a pass to Spear. Spear outside of James. James kicks it over to Myers. Myers on the left wing will move it into the corner. Beach has it into the paint. She goes to Zimmerman, and on the shot, Zimmerman gets fouled, is not able to get the jumper to fall, but will be heading to the line. A chance for 2-point play. Or I should say a chance for 2 shots. First one falls for Zimmerman. Maggie Showalter stepping on now for Lacrosse. Second free throw attempt on the way from Zimmerman. That time no good as it rolls off to the left side. Rebound We'll go out of bounds on the baseline. Leopards take over. 19-15. Dighton leads. 6:50 to play in half number 1. Leopards trying to get it across half court. Madison Morgan sends a pass towards Maggie Showalter, but it's tipped out of bounds by Riley James. Right around that center stripe. Leopards still throwing it in on their side of the floor. Teelenhouse gets a pass across the center stripe to Hamke. Hamke on the left wing with Morgan. Madison drives in before kicking a pass onto the right wing. Clara Teelenhouse gets the three-pointer to drop. Teelenhouse cuts it down to a 19-18 lead for Dighton. Now Zimmerman has on the left side. She sends a pass onto the right with Beach. Beach driving to the right block. Gets the right-handed layup to fall. 21-18 leads Dighton. Leopards get it across half court with Hamke. She dribbles into left short corner, has the ball knocked away, and now Teelenhouse trying to get it back from Lily Beach. Instead, gets called for the reach-in foul.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of an aggressive reach there from Claire. I think mainly just trying to cut that fast break off and keep any easy points away from this Hornet squad. Not a bad thing to do.
Just her first of the night. 6 minutes to play in quarter number 2. James has that at the top of the key for the Hornets. Kicks it under the right side with Beach. Beach down low to Lonnie Spear. Great contest that time for Madison Morgan, but Spear gets her own miss and able to put the bucket up and good. Dighton leading 23-18 as the Leopards get the ball across half court. It's Teelenhouse finding Showalter. And on the far sideline, Coach Castaneda has to call a timeout as Maggie gets double teamed. It'll be just a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here. Ryan, you talked to me a little bit during the quarter break about offensive rebounds. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about the story on the glass so far tonight.
Aaron, this Leopard squad is going to need to do a much better job during the rest of the game of boxing out this Dighton team. Right now, we have given up 7 offensive boards, and we are just over halfway through the second quarter.
I don't think we're even halfway through. I think
we may not even be there
to play in the second quarter as we wait for the timeout timer to go away. 5:38 still to play in quarter number 2. It's a 23-18 lead, and already 7 rebounds for the Hornets, or 7 offensive rebounds.
7 offensive boards, and that's only to 2 defensive boards from this Leopard squad. They've got to start getting some bodies on these Hornets and stop them from putting up second chance shots.
Thank you, Ryan. As now Morgan with the inbounds pass on the far sideline. Teelenhouse takes over at the top of the key, standing near the Hornets. She'll drive into the right corner. Dribbling around the perimeter, she'll reverse course as she sends a pass to Morgan at the top of the key. Madison drives to the left side of the lane, goes up with the right hand, can't get the layup to drop as it hung on the rim before falling out. She will be headed to the free throw line, a chance for 2 shots. Foul that time coming against Lily Beach will send Madison to the line. First shot does not find the mark. She was able to hit an and one opportunity in the first quarter. Now we'll see if she can't get back to her making ways. Second shot now in Madison's hand. Gives it 3 dribbles, puts the shot up, and rolls over the front of the rim before dropping in. 23-19, the lead for Dighton. 5:17 to play. Leopards with the steal as Morgan gets it at the top of the key, sends it into the paint with Hamke. Hamke back outside. Madison, three-pointer no good as it'll go out of bounds on the baseline. Chance for the ladies from Lacrosse to get a quick bucket. Instead goes out of bounds, and Dighton now has it going the other way. Lonnie Spear down low with the right-handed shot, gets it to fall. Hornets were able to break the press from Lacrosse and quickly found the rim. It's 25-19 Dighton. Dribbling towards the left wing, it's Hamke. She'll move it up top with Clara. Dribbling next to the mid-court stripe, she'll take it onto the far sideline before handing it over to Madison Morgan. Morgan moves the pass onto the right side with Showalter. Back up top, it finds Madison as trying to find Kinley Scholl down low. It'll instead be batted away and picked off by Lily Beach. Beach across half court to Burnt. Burnt down low to Spears. Spears shot off the glass, falls. Quick turnaround hook that time. Drops right down for Spear as it's a 27-19 lead. Biggest lead of the game for either side. as on the near sideline, Faith Hammocky will dribble out of bounds. Kendra Marvin stepping back in for Lacrosse as Kinley Schultz steps to the bench for a quick breather. It is Hornet ball on the near sideline, 4:14 to go. Dighton leading 27-19. Riley James across half court for the Hornets, moves on the right side with Burnt. Burnt down low to Lonnie Spear, and Spear again from the right block. Lacrosse needs to find an answer as she's racked up 6 straight points from that right block for Dighton in this quarter. That to go along with made free throw as well as the Leopards moved across their offensive end into left low block. It's Kendra Marvin. She goes outside to Morgan. Morgan on the right side with Keelenhouse. The three-pointer does not go. Fighting for the rebound. Kendra Marvin will get called for the foul. Her third foul already in the game. As could tell, Kendra didn't love the foul call, and she will head back to the bench. Kinley Scholl back on. Riley James has it, moving across half court for the Hornets. Kicks it on the left side with Kenzie Zimmerman, who moves the pass into the paint as Lonnie Spear moves from right to left, gets onto the right side and gets the shot to fall. Hammocky gets a pass across midcourt, but doesn't cleanly pull it in, and she'll get called for the travel. Hornets on a run in this second quarter, 10-1 in the last 5 minutes of play. As Dighton pass on the baseline gets knocked out of bounds. The last touch by Kenzie Zimmerman. Leopards will take over on the far sideline. 3:20 still to play in half number one, 31-19 the lead for Dighton. Showalter has on the right wing. She'll give it up to Morgan, who drives in on the right baseline. Her floater too strong. She'll go over the hoop, rebounded by Burnt. Driving across half court, she'll move towards the midline, kicks the pass in the left corner with Zimmerman. Zimmerman moves on to the right side, three-pointer that time up, no good from Nora Beach as long rebound hauled in by Keelenhouse. Beach trying to get it back. She'll reach in on Clara. Second team foul against Dighton in this second quarter, under 3 minutes to go. Morgan throws the ball in or on the near sideline to Keelenhouse as Clara will move towards the line at half court. Finds Maggie Showalter in the right corner, who tries to go back up top to Keelenhouse, instead stolen away. James has it on the right block. Blocked that time by Madison Morgan, but gets called for the foul. Fourth one going against Lacrosse in the quarter will send Riley James to the line. James missed one in the first quarter. We'll see what she can do with 2 attempts in the second. She drains the first. Substitution moves in for Dighton as Riley Myers subs in for Malin Burnt. Still at the line, it's Riley James. Made the first, second one hits off back iron and goes high into the air before falling through the rim. 2 makes a 33-19 advantage for Dighton on the near sideline across half court. Hamke has it, moves it onto the Hornet ahead with Morgan. Madison keeps it moving onto the right side with Keelenhouse. Keelenhouse reverses direction to Morgan at the top of the key. She sends it into the left corner with Hamke. Hamke down low to Kinley Scholl. Scholl doesn't get it cleanly as it's stolen away by Riley Myers. Dighton now gives the ball up to James. James onto the right side with Myers. Myers moves to the top of the key, past the left side with Zimmerman. Zimmerman shot off the mark. Rebound hauled in by Maggie Showalter, and Showalter will get fouled. Bunch of Hornets reaching in that time, trying to knock it away from Maggie, and the call will go against Riley James. Just her first of the ball game, third against Dighton. It's 2 minutes to go in half number one. In the right corner, Maggie has it stripped away by James. James into the offensive end, running, finds Nora Beach. Nora's no good on the layup. Rebound pulled in by Morgan, gets a transition pass to Keelenhouse. Into the offensive end, Keelenhouse finds Hamke just inside the three-point line. Pull-up jumper, good from Clara. Breaks the run finally from Dighton. A 33-21 advantage for the Hornets. Driving inside, it's Myers. Floater no good as it hits off left side of the glass. Under a minute and a half to play in quarter number two. Leopards trail 33-21 against Dighton. Clara rockets a pass into left corner and finds Maggie Showalter. Showalter gets doubled as she'll drive to the baseline. Moves the pass outside now to Hamke. Hamke up top to Thielenhaus. Dribbling to the right side of the perimeter. Thielenhaus will motion for Hamke to move towards her and sends a pass that way to Faith. Faith back onto the Hornet with Morgan. Morgan into the right corner with Thielenhaus. Clara trying to drive baseline as she tries to pull up near the block. She'll get called for the travel as wasn't able to fully stop the momentum. They'll give the ball back to the Hornets with 57 seconds on the clock in half number 1. 33-21 the lead for Dighton as Riley Myers moves it into the offensive end for the Hornets. Ball now works it down low with Carly Spears. Spears moves it outside. As driving from the right corner, it's Riley Myers. Myers puts a shot up and may have gotten a jammed finger for it. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be last touched by a Leopard. As we see a substitution move on for Myers, it's Malin Burnt. Hornets trying to get the ball into the paint with Riley James. There'll be a fight for the ball and a foul called, that time going against James. Hornets get the ball back, and Madison Morgan will pass it into Thielenhaus. 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Leopard ball as Clara dribbles in towards the charity stripe. She'll now move back outside of the perimeter near the midcourt line at the center of the court. She moves the pass on the left side with Morgan. Morgan dribbling in the left block, goes up with the right hand, gets the shot to fall. Great take that time from Madison. 13 seconds left as Dighton moves across half court. Riley James sends a pass on the left side. It finds Mackenzie James. She'll drive in. No good on the shot as it's blocked. Shull gets the rebound, and with 4 seconds, she gets tied up for the jump ball. Possession stays with the Leopards. Chance for Lacrosse to cut it down to a single-digit lead. 4 seconds to make a shot here to close out the half. On the court for Lacrosse, Courtney Shull along with Kinley Shull, Clara Thielenhaus with Faith Hamke, and rounding out the 5 is Madison Morgan. 4 verticals trying to get the ball in as Madison will get it. 2 seconds left. She'll run up and won't try to get a shot off as time will expire. Leopards trailing 33-23 here in Dighton, headed into halftime. We'll have your halftime show presented by Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center, heading your way just in 2 minutes right here on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country for the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show. At halftime, the Lady Leopards of Lacrosse trail 33-23 against the Dighton Hornets. Taking a look at the scoring summary for that first half, Lady Leopards began down 5-0 after a quick start from Dighton. Then Madison Morgan would score 6 points in under 30 seconds. The first three coming on a shot from the left wing. Then the next three coming on a steal right after she made that long-range bucket. Gets the steal, goes up and under towards the rim. Fouled on the way up, able to get the shot to fall, and able to get the extra and one as the Leopards would take a 10-7 lead midway through the first quarter before Dighton would battle back, tying it up 10-10 before before Lacrosse would head into period number 2, leading 15-3. In the second quarter, though, Dighton would start off on a heater as they would go on a 10-1 run, going up 21-18 at one point, before taking a 27-19 lead. Lacrosse was able to wake the offense up a little bit towards the end of the quarter, do some damage from Clara Teelenhouse and Madison Morgan to make it just a 10-point deficit here at halftime. Was hoping the Lady Leopards might be able to get a last-second shot off in the second quarter and knock it down to a single-digit lead. Was not the case. As we head deeper into the second half, though, defensively, Lady Leopards going to have their work cut out for them as the wealth being spread around by Dighton in the scoring column. Dighton being led by Lonnie Spear with 14. We'll dive into the individual players' scoring numbers when we come back in just a minute, right here on the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where there's about 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in a halftime here on the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show. Diving into the player scoring numbers of the game as Lacrosse trails Dighton 33-23. Starting with things for the Leopards, it's been a two-lady show so far for Lacrosse as Madison Morgan has 12 points while Clara Teelenhouse has 11 to give Lacrosse their 23 points. Clara has went 2 of 2 from the charity stripe while Madison has went 2 of 3. Turning our attention to Dighton, it's almost the opposite story as 5 separate Hornets have found their way onto the scoreboard, led by Lonnie Spear. She's got 14 points, 10 of those coming in the second quarter, with 8 of them coming in a row as Spear was getting down low onto the right block, and she was comfortable from that spot with a right-handed hook shot. She also didn't have to just back her way down there from the right wing, jumping from the left side of the paint to the right with a quick hook shot to get another bucket as she paced to Dighton, scoring with the aforementioned 14. Not far behind her was Riley James with 8. James going 2 of 3 at the charity stripe and making some pretty crisp passes in transition to set Lonnie up with some buckets down low. Next in the scoring column, Lily Beach with 5 points, including a deep 3 made to start the game, while Kenzie Zimmerman also chipping in a 3-pointer. She's got 4 points, 3 coming from outside, while going 1 of 2 at the charity stripe. Rounding out the scoring for Dighton is Carly Spears. She's got 2 points, scoring early in the game before Lacrosse keyed in on her a little bit more deeper in the second half, or deeper in the second quarter, I should say. When we come back, we'll hear from Ryan with team stats before the second half begins here on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where we've got about 80 seconds left in the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show. Ryan, give us the team stats.
We'll start off with those shooting numbers, taking a look at the Lacrosse side. Ladies are doing a pretty good job of shooting. Right now we've got 55% made from 2. That's on 5 of 9 shots, and 43% from 3 on 3 of 7. Good for 50% shooting on the night as a whole. Pretty solid there all around. The big story there is still those rebounding numbers. Taking a look, we've got 4 offensive rebounds and 6 defensive rebounds. Did a much better job in that second quarter of kind of containing the onslaught of offensive boards that this Dighton team was getting towards the end of that first. Turnover numbers have been relatively similar for both teams. See a little bit of an advantage there for Dighton as we've got 14 turnovers for Lacrosse versus 10 for Dighton. Still not too bad there. Could look to even those numbers up a little bit more going into the second half. Rebounding numbers for Dighton, 7 offensive boards. Again, 6 of those coming in the first half, so they did a much better job in that, coming in the first quarter. They did a much better job in the second quarter of maintaining that presence down low on the defensive end. Dighton shooting right now 46% inside the arc on 11 of 24 shots. They're also a clean 2 of 2 from 3, giving them a total of 50% shooting on the evening from the floor as well. And that'll go with 50% shooting from free throws as they've made 5 of their 10 shots compared to 4 of 5 from the Leopards, Aaron.
And to start the third quarter, thank you for the team stat rundown there, Ryan. But starting the third quarter now as Dighton inbound pass picked off by Teelenhouse will give the Leopards, possession back to start quarter number 3. Clara now driving on the right base line. She'll be shoved. We'll see who the call is against. Should be going against Lonnie Spear, maybe Riley Myers. It is indeed against Riley Myers as Clara will be throwing the ball in. Gets to Kendra Marvin in the right high post. Marvin right back to Teelenhouse. Teelenhouse 3 from top of the key. No good off the left side of the glass. Rebound hauled in by Dighton as James has it on the far side of the court. Hornets moving from right to left as you sit at the Leopard broadcast table tonight. Myers with on the left side for Dighton. Moves it to the right to Zimmerman. Zimmerman backside. Myers three-pointer. No good off the front iron. Rebound pulled in by Lonnie Spear. Spear going up from the right side. Unable to get the shot to fall. Will be fouled as she goes up. Fourth one going against Kendra Marvin, and tough looks for the Leopards as first shot no good from Spear. Substitution moves in for Lacrosse as Kendra heads to the bench. Lillian McGackney now on for Coach Castaneda. 7:16 to play in quarter number 3. Second free throw from Spear. Finds the bottom of a bucket that time. A 34-23 lead for Lacrosse. Teelenhouse steals, or nearly has it stolen away, as Leopards do get it back in the far corner. Hammocky able to save the ball. Looking like it was going to go out on Lacrosse. Faced the quick play to get it bounced out on a Hornet instead. As Teelenhouse has it on the far sideline on the inbound pass. She'll drive towards the top of the key. Now goes inside the paint. Gets a shake on the defender. Moves the pass on the left block with Shull. Shull back outside for Teelenhouse. Clara moved to the right side. Hands it off to Madison Morgan. Morgan driving on towards the charity stripe. Goes into the paint. Goes up for the shot, and she'll get fouled. In the act of shooting, she'll be heading to the line at a chance for 2 points. Lonnie Spear, the offending party for Dighton. It's her second foul on the night as Madison heads to the line. 2 of 3 in half number 1 is the first shot here in quarter number 3 from the charity stripe from Madison. Hits the bottom of the bucket. 34-24 following the first make. We'll see if Madison can't cut it down to single digits as she gets another make from the charity stripe to do just that. 34-25, Dighton ball. Myers moves it across half court, finds James on the left perimeter. James goes down low to Carly Spear, who gets her shot blocked by Kinley Shull. Shull able to rebound it as well now as Madison Morgan gets a pass to Teelenhouse. Clara across half court on the Hornets, sends a pass to Hamke on the left wing. Standing outside of the perimeter, Hamke goes inside McGackney in the short corner. McGackney onto the right side with Morgan. Madison being guarded by James, sends a pass up top to Shull. Shull keeps the ball moving around the perimeter to Hamke, who kicks into the left corner of Keelenhouse. At the top of the key, Kinley Shull gets barreled over by Riley James. Will be the third foul going against James. 6:09 to play in quarter number 3. Madison Morgan inbounding the ball for Lacrosse on the near sideline. He gets it to Keelenhouse as Leopards trying to just chip away at this lead in the third quarter. Keelenhouse finds Morgan driving towards the bucket, but Madison unable to cleanly get it pulled in. It's stripped away. Dying with it, Riley James. Near midcourt, she'll advance the ball onto the right side as Dyson keeps it moving down low to Lonnie Spear. Her shot hangs on the rim before dropping in. Looked like it was going to roll out, but then decided at the last moment to drop back into the bucket. It's a 36-25 lead for Dighton. 5.5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Keelenhouse within the left high post. She'll send a pass onto the right perimeter with Morgan. Madison three-pointer, no good. Long rebound pulled away by Morgan, and she'll get at the top of the key, moves it down low. McGackney moves along the baseline from right to left, gets a pass outside of Hamke. 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound pulled in front of the bucket by Morgan. Keelenhouse gets out of the top of the key, tries to drive it on the right side of the lane. Shot no good, and now moving in transition, Dighton gets a timeout called as Coach Cyrus Haynes saw potential trouble on the horizon for his Hornets and just wanted to get the timeout called. Going to try to quell the chaos the Leopards were causing there in the backcourt for Dighton. 5:09 to play with the 30-second timeout called from the Hornets. We'll use this opportunity as a reminder or as a way to let everyone know that Lacrosse Sports is brought to you by Farmers Bank and Trust of Lacrosse, Rush County Insurance, Greg Sports Pub and Grub, Leon's Welding, Rush County Health Mart Pharmacy, Lacrosse Abstract and Title, Miller Trucking, and S&W Supply. 36-25, the lead for Dighton. Came into the quarter with a 10-point lead, and Lacrosse got it down to an 8-point advantage. Now, though, Hornets back on the offensive end. It's in the hands of Burnt on the left wing. She'll move it up top to James. James running around the perimeter. We'll move it to McKenzie. McKenzie down low to Lonnie Spears. Spears gets the shot. It rolled all the way around the rim. He got a full 360 panoramic shot of the gymnasium before finally hitting the back iron and dropping through the hoop. At the line, a chance for an and one conversion. Spears shot up, no good off back iron. Rebound scored up and grabbed by Lily Beach. However, also tying it up, Kinley Shull, and I believe McGackney had a piece of that as well as the jump ball call goes to Lacrosse. 38-25, the lead for Dighton. Keelenhouse with it on the near sideline, being guarded by Burnt. She'll send it to Morgan on the Hornet head. Morgan to Faith Hamke, left corner three, no good off far iron. Keelenhouse to the offensive glass, can't get to go. Shull nearly comes away with the board. Instead, goes into the hands of Lonnie Spear. Dighton takes over on the far sideline is Kenzie Zimmerman. Zimmerman goes up top to James. James moves it further on the left wing with Burnt. Above the head, she sends a pass into the left low block. That time to Zimmerman. Zimmerman outside, three-point shot, no good from Beach as it clears the rim. On the right block, it's grabbed by Madison Morgan. Morgan gives it up to Keelenhouse in transition as Clara hands it off on the near sideline to Madison. Madison goes up top to Hamke. Hamke in the left high post to to Lillian McGackney as McGackney drives down the lane. Can't get the shot to go, and on the rebound by Spears, McGackney gets called for the foul. Excuse me, it was Shull getting called for the foul. Across half court, move the Hornets. Ball in the hands of Lily Beach. She'll send it onto the right side with Zimmerman. Zimmerman up top to Nora Beach. Back on the left side with Lily. Pass picked off into the paint by McGackney. McGackney running down the center of the court. Bounces the pass on the left side. Keelenhouse driving side him down the left side of the lane. Moves to the right. Gets that layup to fall. Clara dicing her way through the paint. Makes it a 38-27 lead for Dighton. Lily Beach with it at the top of the key, moves the pass to Nora in the right corner. Back to Lily, the ball goes, and she'll go down low to Carly Spear. Spear back in the right corner with Nora Beach. Ball working its way into the left or in the left corner. A three from Zimmerman, no good. Rebound was pulled in by Nora Beach. She then fell down and gets called for the travel. Dighton leads 38-27, 3:13 to play in quarter number 3. Clara dribbling on the Hornet head across half court. Moves the pass on the left side with Hammocky. Faith nearly has it poked away by Zimmerman, instead able to recover and trying to send a pass to Kinley Schell near mid-court. Has it knocked away, then miscommunication from Dighton as Nora Beach was trying to find Lily Beach in transition. Just put a pass too far over her head. It goes out of bounds in the far corner, and Leopard takes back over. Lacrosse working from left to right as you sit at the Leopard broadcast table. It's Keelenhouse across half court. Drives to the right, hands it off to Morgan. Morgan back to Hamke at the top of the key. Into the high post, it's McGackney. Quickly passes it outside. Madison Morgan, three-pointer too strong as it hits off back iron. Rebound pulled in by James. Hornets in transition. Morgan gets the steal on the far sideline. Great poke that time by Madison as Keelenhouse now has on the near sideline, driving into the right side of the lane, tries to send a pass from the right side to the left block with Schultz, and instead it gets batted out of bounds on the baseline by James. Possession going to stay with Lacrosse as Clara will be throwing it in underneath the bucket on the right side. She'll get it onto the free throw line. McGackney, Lillian squares up, gets the jumper to fall.
Lillian McGackney.
McGackey shot makes it a 38-29 lead for Dighton, and a timeout called by the Hornets. They'll get full timeouts. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more Lady Hornet basketball as Lacrosse trails 38-29 with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back to 93.5 Thunder Country with more Lady Leopard basketball. And old habits to die hard for an Emporia State grad up here in the booth, trying to not talk about the Lady Hornets as Lacrosse does trail Dighton 38-29 here in the third quarter. A little over 2 minutes to go in the penultimate period. Coming out of the timeout, it will be Dighton ball. On the near sideline, Riley Myers gets the pass to James. James dribbles to the far side of the court before sailing a pass into the near corner. The three-pointer no good from Zimmerman. Rebound hauled in by Myers as the ball works its way back down on the left block. No good on the shot is Lonnie Spears. Hornets able to corral the rebound as the clock ticks below 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Faith Hamke with the ball on the far sideline. She'll drive down and kick it into the low short corner with Keelenhouse. Keelenhouse bounces onto the right side and gets the scooping layup to go from McGackney. Dighton now has it in the right corner. A three-pointer from the left wing now, and the swing pass misses from Lily Beach. Rebound gets batted around a couple of players before Lonnie Spear ends up tipping it out of bounds. 38-31 the lead for Dighton as Lady Leopards trying to move the ball across the stripe at midcourt. Madison needs to get it across and does get called for the 10-second. Dighton's defense was pressed up, forces the turnover, and so the Hornets now have it driving into their offensive end. It's Myers. She swings it up top to James, who drives into the right high post before moving to pass into the corner. Gets bounced down low into the right block with Lonnie Spear, who kicks it into the high post with Riley James. James able to put the floater up and gets it to drop in. 40-31 goes the lead for Dighton. McGackney has it driving down the far or on the near sideline, and she'll step out of bounds. Two Hornet defenders there taking away the space. Now it's Dighton back in their offensive end. James has it in the right corner, moves it up top to Zimmerman. Zimmerman contemplates a three before driving right side. Ball rotates its way back along the left perimeter before landing in the hands of Riley Myers, who is able to splash a three-pointer from the left corner. 43-31 the lead now for Dighton. Teelenhouse double teamed in front of half court. She'll swing a pass near the midline with Morgan. Morgan across the stripe to Hamaki as Madison was then getting the ball back in the right high post. Tries to get a pass onto the baseline, but too high it goes out of bounds. Possession moves to Dighton. 22 seconds still to go in quarter number 3. Hornets at half court. It's James. Just send a pass on to the left side with Lily Beach. Lily now down low to James. James kicks it out from underneath the bucket on the right wing. It's Zimmerman. Now pass gets knocked away by Hamaki, and as the ball's on the floor, there'll be a travel called with Lily Beach diving to grab the loose ball, but slid and rolled a little bit. Possession goes back to Lacrosse. 0.8 seconds on the clock in quarter number 3. McGackey will throw it in front of the Leopard bench. Overheads it. Morgan gets it in the short corner, puts the shot up, will not count even if it had gone, but won't fall through the hoop anyways. It goes high off the glass. It's a 43-31 lead for Dighton as we head into the final period. Don't go anywhere. More Leopard basketball heading your way right here on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where we're moments away from starting the fourth quarter contest between the Lacrosse Lady Leopards and the Dighton Lady Hornets. It's Dighton up 43-31 as we head into the final frame. Leopards had cut the lead down to just 7 points, 38-31, heading into the final 30 seconds of the third quarter, but a 5-0 run from Dighton would push the lead to 43-31. Trying to fight back in this ball game in the final frame. Lacrosse, not impossible to erase a 12-point deficit in one frame of play. Defense will have to be out at a premium, but believe in Coach Castaneda's squad now as Lacrosse will start our final frame in possession. Teelenhouse with it on the near side of the court. She'll hand it off to Morgan at the top of the key. Madison drives in, floater from the left block. No good as rebound pulled in by Carly Spears. Spear gets it to Burns, who on the far sideline is working against Teelenhouse and Morgan. She gets an outlet pass to Myers. Myers across half court will pull up and slow down the frenetic energy for the Hornets as ball works its way around the perimeter. It's now on the left side with Lily Beach. Beach across the pass or across the floor to the right side will get it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman trying to get an entry pass into the post with Spear, but the ball gets knocked away. It'll go out of bounds after being last touched by Kinley Shull, who nearly saved it in. Instead, Dighton ball in the right corner. Zimmerman, three-point shot is up, no good off near iron. Rebound hauled in by Shull. Teelenhouse has it working the ball in the transition for Dighton. Standing on the Hornets wing, she'll send a pass on the left side with Courtney Shull. Working from the left perimeter, Courtney kicks it to Kinley. Kinley keeps it moving on to the right side with Morgan. Morgan back up top to Teelenhouse. Clara dribbles behind the back as she'll work towards half court. Now sends a pass to the left side with Courtney Shull. Shull dribbling towards the top of the key, gets it to Madison Morgan. Morgan up top to McGackey, who drives, nearly has a clear pass to the bucket. Instead, she'll be fouled on the floor. It wasn't quite thinking about putting a shot up that time. The call going against Zimmerman. The first against Zimmerman in the game, first against Dighton in this fourth frame. 6:42 to play in the ball game. Dighton leads 43-31. got to make sure all the shirts are tucked in as the inbounds pass from Teelenhouse finds Shull in the right corner. Now Morgan gets it up top, kicks it back to Claire in the right corner. Driving along the baseline, she'll move it past to McGackey in front of the rim, and Lillian tries to go up, can't get the shot to go, but she'll be fouled, and we'll see how Lillian does at the charity stripe. In a game against Ashland, McGackey 15 trips to the charity stripe, and she was attacking relentlessly. First shot from the line this time falls. On the second one, she'll be looking to cut it to a 10-point lead for Dighton. Second shot on the way. It falls as well, as it will make it 43-33 in favor of the Hornets. And on the baseline, Carly Spears went to pass it, but foot crossed inbounds. It'll get called out of bounds as she was in and out at the same time. It's a inbounds pass infraction, I believe is the actual called, as Teelenhouse has it on the baseline. Morgan gets it in the corner. She'll drive into the paint. Shot blocked down low by Lonnie Spears. Spears unable to get it cleanly, though, as they'll send Madison to the line.
She's been having a great night from the free throw line, as this entire Hornet squad has there, and they have missed 1 out of their 9 free throw attempts thus far.
At the line, Morgan trying to improve the Leopards' quality night. First shot falls through. Second shot now in the hands of Morgan, up and on the way. It rattles its way through the rim to 16 so far in the night for Morgan. Makes it a 43-35 lead for Dighton. Quick ball movement, has the ball to Lonnie Spears down low on the right block for Dighton, and able to get the quick bucket. 45-35 the lead as Teelenhouse takes it across half court for the Leopards. Driving near the free throw line, she'll back it up outside the perimeter. The near half court, she'll send a pass onto the near sideline with Morgan. Morgan into the right corner with Courtney Shull. Shull gets it tied up by Lonnie Spears. Courtney had put the ball above her head, but Spear a few inches on Shull was just able to tie it up cleanly. Possession moves to Dighton. James has it across half court now for the Hornets. Kicks it into the right corner with Zimmerman. Zimmerman moves the ball up top to Myers. Being guarded by Teelenhouse, she'll give it back to Zimmerman, who puts up the three from the right corner. No good. Myers pulls down the offensive glass. Has it poked away by Courtney Shull, but able to recover it is Riley James. She'll send a pass into the paint with Myers, who puts up right-handed hook shot. No good, as she'll be fouled. Foul going against Courtney Shull. Call will go on the floor. No free throws coming as Kendra Marvin checks back in for Lacrosse. In the left corner, Spear has it. She'll move it on the left block with James, and James able to get the left-handed turning shot to fall over Marvin. Good contest that time from Kendra, just better shot from James. And as Teelenhouse dribbles down the near sideline,
took a half a step out of bounds there, Aaron. Just had a toe on that line.
Just squeaked out, and possession moves back to Dighton. James has it for the Hornets, driving down the lane from in front of the bucket. She'll put up a floater, no good. Great defense that time from Marvin as 5:20 to play in quarter number 4, 47-35. The lead for the Hornets. Teelenhouse with the ball up top, being guarded by Myers. She sends a pass to McGackey on the left side. McGackey has it poked away, and now racing towards the rim uncontested. It's Zimmerman, but Teelenhouse able to get there and provide some defense. However, on the trail, Riley Myers able to get the offensive putback bucket. 49-35 goes the lead for Dighton. Under 5 minutes to play in the ballgame. Madison Morgan across half court has the pass batted away. Riley Myers gets possession, and a blocking foul from Morgan will make it an inbound pass on the near sideline for Dighton. Beach on the inbound finds Myers in the left corner. Up top goes back to Beach, who moves towards the top of the key. Calls for the double dribble as took a brief hesitation before putting the ball back on the court. Gives possession back to Lacrosse. Clara now with it on the inbound feed from Morgan. On the right side, House moves back up top to McGackey. McGackey back to Clara, who drives along the right perimeter, kicks the pass in the right corner for a three from Morgan. No good. Rebound hauled in by Zimmerman. Across half court, Zimmerman finds Beach, who goes down low to Spear. Spear in front of the rim, pass it on to the right block with James. James' shot swatted out of bounds on the baseline by Marvin. Inbounds pass coming from Dighton underneath the right side of the bucket. On the inbounds pass on the right wing, it's Myers who drives in towards the rim and gets fouled as she's going up for the shot. House, the offending party, her second foul of the game. First shot for Myers is up and good. That first make makes it a 50-35 lead for Dighton. Second shot for Myers is up no good. Bounces off back iron before rolling to the right side and dropping out. Rebound hauled in by Lacrosse. Halfway through the fourth quarter, we get a full timeout called from Coach Castaneda. We'll take a 30-second break with them. Dighton leads the Lady Leopards 50-35. You're on your home for Leopard Sports. It's 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where with a little over 4 minutes to play in quarter number 4, Lady Leopards trailing Dighton 50-35 on the road in Hornet Country. Out of the timeout, it will be Leopard ball, as Coach Castaneda wanted to try to get his girls sparked up heading into the final minutes of our ball game. Bulk of the scoring coming from 2 Leopards, as Madison Morgan on the night with 16, House with 13. McGackey rounding out the scoring for Lacrosse with 6, all 6 of Lillian's points coming in the second half. Morgan with the ball in the right corner for Lacrosse. She'll try to get a pass out, now trying to break the double team. She'll get tied up with a jump ball called. Possession stays with Lacrosse. Madison will be throwing the ball in on the near sideline. Finds Marvin near midcourt. Kendra gives it right back to Madison, and Morgan tries to float a pass amongst the trees to Kinley Shull. It gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kinley as Dighton takes possession over. Burnt has it on the far sideline, moves the pass towards midcourt to Beach. Beach down low to Spear. Lonnie shot no good. Back up top, the offensive rebound goes as Burnt shot off the mark. Shull able to grab the defensive glass. Leopards take it back across half court. House splitting a double team will pick up the reach-in foul. Riley James on the offending side. Substitution moves in for Lacrosse. It's Faith Hammocky, Lillian McGackey stepping off. House will throw the ball in from the near sideline, moves it up top to Morgan. Morgan gives it right back to Clara as she swings a pass to the left side. Hammocky, with it being guarded by Burnt, will dribble towards the midline before sending the pass onto the far sideline with Morgan. Morgan onto the charity stripe with House. House back outside. Madison Morgan, three-pointer off the glass and good. Gets the banker to fall as it's a 50-38 lead now for Dighton. Under 3 minutes to play in the ball game. On the far side, Nora has it stripped away by Shull. Leopards back in control. It's House driving towards the top of the key. She'll send a pass onto the far sideline with Hammocky. Hammocky goes back up top to Morgan. Madison driving on the right side of the lane from the right block. Right-handed layup is good. Great take that time from Madison, just drove right through the defense as the Hornets quickly have it back in their offensive end. James standing inside the three-point line. She'll run outside near half court. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play. A 10-point lead for Dighton, 50-40. On the far sideline, we get a timeout called by Dighton. It'll be a full timeout. So we'll go ahead and take another 30-second break right here on your home for your Leopard Sports. It's 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where in the fourth quarter, Dighton leads the Lady Leopards 50-40. About 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go in our ball game as Lacrosse is trying to scrap out a win on the night so far. Madison Morgan paces the Leopards with 21 points, while Clara Teelenhouse has 13. McGackey with 6. On the offensive end for Dighton, Lonnie Spear keeping up with Madison, and she also has 21 points, while Riley James been able to chip in 12, 6 coming from Riley Myers, and 2 coming from Carly Spear. Amongst other scores, Lillian Beach with 5, and Kenzie Zimmerman with 4 for Dighton. Inbounds pass for the Hornets on the far sideline finds Beach dribbling along the midcourt line. She'll send a pass onto the right side with James. James picks up a screen from Lonnie Spear, passes in to Spear on the drive. Spear gave it one dribble and couldn't get the shot to go. She now gets her own miss after a pinball-esque procession off of some legs down low. Spear came away with it and quickly got fouled by Madison Morgan. Morgan's 4th on the night. On the left block, James has it, and with the left hand, she's able to get the shot up and good. 52-40, the lead for Dighton. A minute 45 to play in quarter number 4. Teelenhouse pull-up jumper from the right short corner, no good. McGackey able to soar up and grab the board. Lillian was surrounded by 3 Dighton defenders there and still managed to jump up and grab it. She gets fouled quickly after, now heading to the line of chance, looking for 2 points.
Each of those defenders had a good head of height over McGackey as well there, Aaron.
That senior savviness to know where the board's going to go as the first shot from Lillian misses this time at the line. Back at the line, McGackey gives the ball 2 dribbles and a spin. Puts the shot up. That one no good either. Empty trip to the line. Keeps it a 52-40 lead for Dighton. 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Up top for the Hornets, it's Riley James. Being guarded by Faith Hamke, she'll find a path in front of the bucket. And on the shot contest, it'll be Kendra Marvin. Or excuse me, the foul this time goes against Faith Hamke. Didn't think it looked too bad on Kendra there, but it was Faith on the trail picking up the call. First shot from Riley James of this attempt finds its way through the bottom of the bucket. She's now 3 of 4 on the night. Second shot from the charity stripe in the hands of James. Gives it a couple of dribbles, bends the knee, and puts the shot up. That one rolls over the front of the rim off the right side and drops in. Shull has it at half court. Courtney Shull, I should say, as she tries to send a pass to Madison. Instead of finding its way there, it goes over the head of Morgan out of bounds just in front of the Dighton bench. Hornets take over possession. Minute 15 to go in quarter number 4. James has it at the top of the key. She sends a pass on the left side with Beach. Beach now dribbling along the perimeter, ball in the right hand. She'll switch directions, going to the left side, finds Myers for the pass. Being guarded by Teelenhouse, Myers moves it onto the right side with Zimmerman. Zimmerman pass to James up top. Ball movement, just trying to burn clock for the Hornets. James near the midcourt stripe, so drive into the right corner, picks up her dribble and kicks it up top to Myers. Myers working towards the bucket. She'll put a shot up and off the glass. She gets the bucket to go. 30 seconds on the clock. A 56-40 lead for Dighton as Morgan able to get a pass across half court into the right corner of the show. Ball now works its way along the perimeter into the left block with Marvin. Kendra's shot blocked that time by Lonnie Spear. James with it in the final ticks of the ball game for Dighton. James will dribble to the left side before reversing course along the perimeter. Hands it off now to Zimmerman. Zimmerman near the midcourt line will just dribble out the time as it wraps up a 56-40 loss for the Leopards. When we come back, we'll have the Leon's Welding of Hayes post-game show where we'll get a rundown of the scoring summary and team stats, along with an interview with head coach of the Lady Leopards, Coach Jamie Castaneda. All that and more right here on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where would put the Hornets up 21-18. They would then pull even further away, going on a 6-1 run after that point, making it a 27-19 advantage. They would head into the Leopards would head into halftime, trailing 33-23. They would wake up a little bit at the end of the second quarter, points coming from Madison Morgan and Clara Thielenhouse, head into the halftime break, down 10. In the third quarter, Dighton would start to pull away with the ball game, again going on a big run to open up the quarter as they would extend their 10-point lead out to at one point a 13-point, or I should say a 12-point, 43-31 advantage in the third quarter, and it was more of the same in the final frame as the lead halfway through the fourth quarter was 50-35 before ending 56-40 for the final score. Looking at players scoring, we'll start with things for Lacrosse, led by Madison Morgan. The Leopards forward had 21 points. That included going that included going 6 of 7 at the charity stripe, missing just one of her shots at the free throw line. Next in scoring for Lacrosse is Clara Thielenhouse. She was able to chip in 13 points, while Lillian McGackey rounded out the scoring, chipping in 6. Turning our attention over to Dighton, much more balanced scoring spread as Lonnie Spear led the way with 21 points, a fourth down low, rolling and spinning over either shoulder to get good looks on either block. She was making a lot of points, with 14 of her points coming in the first half. 16 points from Riley James was really the difference maker for the Hornets in this one, and even split 8 in each half, while Riley Myers would chip in 8 points, all coming in the third quarter. Also scoring for the Hornets, Lily Beach with 5, Kenzie Zimmerman with 4, and Carly Spear with 2. When we come back, we'll get the team stats breakdown from Ryan before hearing from head coach of the Lady Leopards, Jamie Castaneda, here on the Leon's Welding of Hayes post-game show on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where we are into the midst of our Leon's Welding of Hayes post-game show, wrapping up a 56-40 loss for the Lady Leopards against the Dighton Hornets on the road here in Dighton. Turning our attention to the team stats, what were you seeing in that ball game, Ryan?
Well, we'll take a look, starting with those Leopard scoring numbers. Pretty similar to what we saw in the first half total for the game, as they made 9 of 18 from their shots from 2 points. They did struggle a little bit more from 3-point in that second half. On the game, they went 4 of 13 from 3 for 31%. We saw a 43% make in the first half from the arc. Totals, they made 42% of their shots on the night, good of 13 for 31. Free throw numbers were looking really, really sharp for the team as a whole. 10 out of 13 free throws on the night made for good for 77%. Would really like to see more of that going forward with this team, as you can never get too good at that line, and anytime you can get the other team into some foul trouble with free throws, it always makes that defensive end a little bit easier. Looking at our rebounding numbers for Lacrosse, they finished with 7 offensive boards and 14 defensive boards, good for 21 total on the night. They did have 24 turnovers, pretty high turnover numbers from both of these teams, as the Lady Hornets would see 18 turnovers of their own. A lot of really hard-nosed defense being played by both of those squads, no one wanting to let anything come easy. Looking at those shooting numbers for Dighton, they made 46% of their shots from 2 on the night, good for 18 of 39. They made 3 out of 9 from 3 on 33% of their shots there, good for 44% total on the night from the field. Struggled a little bit more in the game from free throw, Dighton did, as they only made 53% of their shots, 9 out of 17 from the charity stripe. Their rebounding numbers were evened out a little bit more as the night went on. We did find some answers down low, especially on that offensive end. They finished with 13 offensive boards and 12 on the defensive end for 25 total rebounds on the night. fairly similar numbers there. A big one was just that offensive rebounding number, being 13 offensive boards to only 14 defensive boards for this Lady Leopard squad. And anytime you see offensive numbers roughly equaling the defensive rebounding numbers on the other squad, it's going to be a rough night. Just having all of those second chance opportunities to make shots, get extra points on the board, makes it rough to get anything going on the offensive end of your own, Aaron.
Thank you, Ryan. Don't know if we'll be hearing from Coach Castaneda now or during halftime of the boys game. If he's not up here during this break, we'll head into our pregame show for the boys as we're just 6 minutes away from tip-off in the fellas contest here against Dighton on your home for Leopard Sports. It's 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where we are 5 minutes away, or I should say 4 minutes and 40 seconds away from the Lacrosse boys tip-off against Dighton. Both of these squads coming off of a win. First, we'll take a look at what Dighton has been doing this year. The Hornets able to pick up their first win of the season on December 13th, this past Saturday, winning 60-33 against Pawnee Heights. Before that, a couple of tough games. First, starting their season against Trigo, where they lost 86-53. They would then play a bit of a closer game against Oakley, I should say, falling 59-41 before losing to Logan Palco at home, 36-31, and finally getting a victory against Pawnee Heights, like I said, 62-33. Taking a look at the schedule for the Lacrosse fellas, after an opening night loss to Quinter, Coach Schmidt's squad has not fallen yet. They got beat by the Bulldogs 60-43, but then rattling off wins against Ellenwood and Ashland, 42-40 against the Eagles and 52-30 to open up the Mineola tournament. They would then keep momentum rolling in Mineola as they beat Deerfield 60-36 before winning the tournament against the host Mineola 50-42. Brings the Leopards in tonight with a 4-1 record. Looking at the stats for Coach Schmidt's squad, they're averaging 42 points per game coming into the contest on 38% shooting, with 24% coming from three. Got to think if the Leopards can get that three-point shot up a little bit, could do great things for their offense. A couple of fellows who aren't afraid to let it fly. Christian Rush, he's shooting 31% from three-point land. Paula Perrick right on there with the team average, shooting 24%. And Hooper Castaneda shooting 17% when he steps outside. When we come back, we'll have a deeper look at the last game for the Leopards, a 58-42 win over Mineola right here on your home for Leopard Sports. It's 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome into 93.5 Thunder Country. We are about 90 seconds away from tip-off between the Leopards of Lacrosse and the Hornets of Dighton. Looking at the last game for Lacrosse, it was a 58-42 win against Mineola at the Mineola tournament. Pacing the Leopards in scoring in that game, Lee Holloperic with 15 points. He was also able to chip in 5 assists. Lee's averaging 5 assists per game this season, moving the ball and directing the offense for Coach Schmidt incredibly well. With him right there in assists against Mineola, the Hooper Castaneda. Hooper has 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Has been a great offensive weapon. I like to see the assist numbers go up there for Hooper. He's shown some quality offensive chop, or I should say quality scoring chops here in the season. Nice to see him get the ball swinging around. Back into the scoring column, 4 separate Lacrosse players managed to hit double digits in points. Mentioned Lee Holloperic with 15. Reese Morgan, he was able to get 8 points, or I should say 11 points with 8 rebounds. Reese on the season averages 8 points per game with 9 boards, as you'll hear Coach Schmidt sing his praises of working hard to pull down loose balls off the glass. Also scoring double digits, Trenton Skillett with a double-double as he had 10 points to go along with 10 rebounds, also working in an assist and a steal, while John Dornbach rounds out the 4 players with double-digit scoring. He was able to get 10 points along with 4 rebounds. Rounding out the stats for the Leopards last time out against Mineola, Christian Rush with 5 points, while Connor Spryer was able to chip in a point and a rebound. We'll go ahead and dive into the starting lineup for both sides. Taking first a look at the Lacrosse Leopards, Christian Rush back into the starting lineup. We'll be looking to see him continue. It's been a solid season so far, averaging 8 points per game, 2 rebounds. He'll be joined in the backcourt, of course, by number 4, Lee Holloperic. Lee averaging 13 points per game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Does a lot for the Leopards. We'll look to see his impressive senior season continue here tonight. And a fellow he works incredibly well with, number 10, Trenton Skillett. The pick and roll game between these two boys is dynamic. Skillett, a 6'5", forward center type, and Lee Holloperic, the dining point guard. It's a match made in heaven. Next in the starting lineup for Lacrosse, number 11, Hooper Castaneda. And rounding out the starting lineup for Lacrosse, number 25, Reese Morgan. 2 fellows who last year were 6-men type. If they needed for the first guy off the bench as a guard was Hooper. The first post player off the bench was Reese. Both of those fellows enjoying impressive seasons, first time starting. Looking at the starting lineup now for Dighton. Starting off with number 2, Sean Redburn. He's going off a 16-point outing against Pawnee Heights, the paramount for the Hornets, or for the Leopards rather, to try to slow him down tonight. Also in the starting lineup for Dighton, it'll be number 11, Austin Bradford, comes in averaging 6 points, while along with him is number 12, Wrangler Price, a 5'11 sophomore. Number 13 will also be in the starting lineup. That's Tice Ming, a 5'6 junior, averaging 2 points per game, while Charlie Vogel, number 14, rounds out the starting lineup for Dighton, averaging 12 points, is a 6'4 junior who does a lot of damage down low. Lacrosse, wearing the road blacks with the gold numbering and letters with white trim, will be moving from right to left as you sit at the Leopard broadcast table. Dighton in the home whites with the orange numbering and black trim, moving from left to right. Trenton Skillett is able to soar up and win the opening tip. Now it's Reese Morgan with the ball on the free throw line. He'll move to Castaneda. Castaneda with a rush on the left wing. Back to Hooper in the left corner. Pump fake, drives to the left block, moves to Reese Morgan. 8-foot jumper in front of the hoop. Gets it to go. The defense collapsed on Hooper, and he just kicked it out to Reese Morgan. The sweet shooting big man makes the jumper go for a 2-0 early lead for Lacrosse. Into the high post for Pawnee Heights. It's Vogel working against Skillett. He'll try to get a jumper to go and gets it to fall. Went over Skillett that time. It's Vogel right up there in height with Skillett, and good contest from Trenton, just not able to get the shot. Now it's a 2-2 tie. Morgan has in the left high post. He passes it down low to Skillett. Skillett has his shot blocked by Redburn. Now as the Hornets have it moving the other way. Vogel with it on the near sideline. He'll give it up driving inside. That's Ming. Ming into the corner with Price. Price back outside to Ming. Ming at the top of the key, sends a pass on the left side. Bradford, 3-pointer, no good from the left wing. Rebound pulled in by Holloperic, but gets it poked away now as Redburn gets the steal, gets an outlet pass to Tice Ming, I should say. And Ming on the drive gets the layup to go from the left side, the 4-2 lead for Dighton. In the left corner, it's a Rush. He'll move a pass closer to the top of the key to Holoparik. Right back to Christian. Lee goes. The three-pointer, no good. Long rebound pulled away by Bradford. Dighton moving to their offensive end. At half court, Bradford being guarded by Rush will kick it into the high post with Vogel. Vogel driving on the right lane against Skillett. Puts the shot up on the right block and gets the shot to fall. The Vogel showing impressive touch on the ball so far as he makes it a 6-2 lead for Dighton. At the top of the key, Christian Rush has it now. He'll move a pass on the left side with Castaneda. Hooper goes up top to Holoparik. Lee back to Castaneda in the left corner. He'll drive, kicks it up in front of the rim to Reese Morgan on the left high post. He floats a pass to Rush in the right corner. Rush onto the baseline with Castaneda back into the high post. The ball finds Morgan. Morgan, quick pass into the right corner. Hooper, Castaneda gets the three-pointer to fall. A 6-5 lead now for Dighton following the big shot from Castaneda. Hornets have it in their offensive end. It's Bradford working the left side. He'll go down low. The shot no good that time from Redburn. Great team defense that time to get the ball back. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go in our opening frame. Lacrosse down by 1, 6-5. It's Holoparik on the near sideline. He moves the pass up top to Christian Rush just in front of the free throw line. He gets the ball to Reese Morgan. Ball works its way around the perimeter before settling down with Holoparik on the right wing. He now moves towards the top of the key before kicking a pass to Castaneda. Hooper trying to go into the high post with Morgan. Instead, gets it batted away by Bradford. Dighton has it in their offensive end. It's a three-point shot from the left corner. No good that time from Price. Rebound pulled down by Reese as Leopards now get it in transition. Castaneda hands it off to Holoparik. The three from the left corner is good from Lee. Deep shot that time from Lee. Gets the Leopards their first lead of the ball game as they'll go up 8-6 to get a timeout called by Dighton. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here, making sure everyone knows that Leopard Sports is brought to you in part by Locust Grove Village, also in part by Mr. P's Trucking, GBT, Skillet & Sons, from Buying Contractors, B's Hometown Market, Align Chiropractic, and Barton Community College, all proud supporters of Leopard Sports. 4:47 to play in quarter number 1. The Leopards leading Dighton 8-6. Lacrosse had went down 6-2 now on a 6-2 run of their own. It is a Hornet ball, though. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Vogel has in the right high post. He'll get it now to Bradford on the drive. Bradford's shot no good. Able to get his own miss, though, and goes up on the left side of the rim and gets it to drop in. 8-8 is the score. Leopards have it in their offensive end. It's Christian Rush at the top of the key. He sends a pass onto the right side with Holoparik. Lee into the right high post with Reese Morgan. Morgan goes back to Holoparik in the right corner. Holoparik drives on the baseline, swings a pass on the left side with Rush, or with Castaneda, who goes up top to Rush. Christian moves a pass on the right wing with Reese Morgan. Morgan sails it on the left side with Holoparik. Holoparik now gets his own long pass into the right corner to find Rush. Rush up top to Castaneda. Castaneda into the high post with Morgan. Morgan on the left side. Holoparik gets another three-pointer to fall. 11-8 goes the lead for Lacrosse. Under 4 minutes to play in quarter number 1. At half court, working his way against Rush, it's Ming. And that's in the pass in the left corner as the ball works its way along the perimeter, goes inside. Vogel trying to put a shot up over Skillet. Great defense that time from Trenton as he also gets the board. Great contest, makes it a hard shot, and then Trenton quickly turns around, grabs the ball for the Leopards. In their offensive end, it's Rush at the top. He moves it to Hooper on the left wing. Back he goes to Holoparik at the top of the key. Back to Castaneda in the left corner. Holoparik and Hooper playing catch with the ball as Lee gets it back, dribbling towards the top of the key. He'll move a pass onto the free throw line to Reese Morgan. Reese quick pass onto the right block with Skillet, and Trenton will be fouled as he quickly tries to put the shot up. He'll be fouled on the floor, though. No free throws coming for him. I think they were fouling him before he caught the ball. They know that you don't want to let Trenton just post up on whatever block he chooses. As now the inbounds pass goes up top to Castaneda. He moves it on the left side with Holoparik. Lee back to Castaneda up top, who moves it on to the right side with Rush. Rush then gives it away at the top of the paint to Lee. Lee kicks it back in the right corner with Christian. Christian driving on the baseline, dumps the pass off in front of the bucket to Skillet. Skillet pump fake, through contact, gets the bucket to fall. Good. as we'll see Skillet heading to the line. Under 3 minutes to play in quarter number 1. Lacrosse leads 13-8. Trenton shot no good that time as rebound will be pulled in by Dighton. Hornets with the ball at midcourt. It's Bradford. He'll move a pass into the right corner with Vogel. Vogel goes back to Bradford. It's Newey, stolen by Rush instead. Hornets get the ball in the left corner. It's a three-point shot. No good that time from Price. The rebound being fought for, and there'll be a foul, I believe, that time going against Vogel. It is indeed against Vogel. His first is him and Skillet going to be a matchup to watch in this game. Two athletic fellas, both of them coming in at over 6'4". Vogel 6'4", Skillet listed 6'5". Now Rush has in the left corner for the Leopards. Gets the three-point shot to go.
After missing their first three, Aaron, that is 4 3-point shots nailed in a row for this Leopard offense.
Pushes it to a 16-8 lead for the Leopards. And a steal. Reese Morgan at half court going the other way on the right side. Gets the right-handed layup to drop in. Big boy going coast to coast for the Leopards. 18-8 is the lead for Lacrosse. Now in the far corner, Dighton has it. Reese gets another steal as it's a jump ball, not officially a steal. Nearly was able to strip it away from Bradford. Instead, the jump ball will keep possession with the Hornets. Turns the arrow back in favor of Lacrosse, though, throwing it in on the far sideline. It'll be Tice Ming. He'll move it into Bradford, being guarded by the recently checked in Connor Spryer. Oh, Spryer nearly gets the ball away. Instead, it's into the hands of Vogel. Vogel goes quickly to Bradford. Bradford down low to Price. Price misses the shot. Rebound grabbed by Vogel, and Vogel able to get the putback effort to go for Dighton. The first points as the Leopards went on a 10-0 run. It's 18-10. Skillet now has it down low on the left block. Gets the left-handed layup to go. Quick passes, setting up some quality looks at the rim for the Leopards as Lacrosse leads 20-10. Down low on the left block, the shot from Price, and no good. Spryer on the long rebound. He moves it out to Skillet, who gets it into the hands of Holoperic. Lee shoots a pass on the left wing with Rush. Rush gives it back to Lee. Holoperic looked like he maybe wanted to pull it, but was a little far from the three-point line, and also had some tight defense applied from Ming. Now Lee drives, can't get a shot to go in the paint as it's blocked by Vogel. Rebound lands in the hands of Bradford. Bradford into the corner with Vogel. 16-foot jumper that time for the postman, no good. It'll hit off the top of the glass. Now Holoperic has it for Lacrosse across half court. Under a minute to play in quarter number 1. Christian Rush pump fakes, drives inside, and he'll be fouled on the drive. It'll be before the shot. Again, I think the ref got it right. Christian tried to put a shot up there late to get the shooting foul, but whistle came pretty early as he was still, I think he was still near the top of the post.
He probably was. Got to give him credit for trying to get those free throws.
The acting award is impressive. The inbound pass from Holoperic gets away from Skillet. Now Trent down low, trying to stop the fast break, and does just that. He's able to get just enough of a piece of Red Barnes' shot. Now Hornets, or the Leopards, going the other way, and a blocking foul called as Christian Rush trying to dash inside to the rim. It'll be the second foul going against Vogel, the 5th against Dighton in the quarter, so it'll send Christian Rush to the line, looking at a chance for 2 points. Christian, ball in the right hand, gives it 3 dribbles, puts it up on its way. That one finds its way in. Colin Conroy and Tatum Pollock stepping on for Dighton. The second shot from Rush now on the way. That one sinks as well. Rush with 5 points. He's already matched last game's output. See if he's not up for a big night as with 30 seconds to go. Dighton has it. Moving to their offensive end. It's Price. No good on a shot from the left side. Rebound hauled in by Skillet. He'll get it quickly out to Holoperic. Holoperic in the right corner with Spryer. Connor dribbles along the perimeter onto the right wing. He now hands it off back to Lee, who'll dribble towards half court. 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The Leopards lead by 12, 22-10. Holoperic on the left wing. The three-point shot drains it. Lee, 3 made three-pointers in the first quarter, helping boost the Leopards to a 25-10 lead over Dighton on the road. Great start to the quarter for Coach Schmidt's squad. We'll take a quick 30-second break as we change quarters right here on your home for Leopard Sports. It's 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back in to 93.5 Thunder Country, where it was an electric first quarter from the Leopard boys, where Lacrosse leads 25-10 on the road against Dighton. Brian, an impressive offensive outing in the first quarter.
It absolutely was. This Leopard squad right now shooting 72% from the field. And if that weren't crazy enough, it's actually better from beyond the arc, as they're shooting 83% from three-point range. Just insane efficiency coming from this Leopard offense right now.
I was talking to a couple of the fellas before the game, asking them if they were going to light it up from three, and they said, just watch. Apparently they knew what they were talking about, as now Lacrosse with the ball on the left wing. It's Reese Morgan. He'll send it on to the right side with Castaneda. Hooper directing the offense at the top of the key. We'll move it back to Reese on the left wing. Morgan gives up to Holoperic at the top of the key, as Lee will establish himself on the Hornet head. Shoots a pass to Spryer on the right side as Connor goes inside. Dornbos moving on the right block, and he'll get fouled on the baseline. John not afraid to go barreling towards a double team, as this time the defense no answers. They just had the foul to prevent an easy look at the layup. Now the inbounds pass underneath the bucket, no good from Dornbos. Morgan on the offensive glass, can't get the shot to go either. John gets the miss from Reese, and trying to get a position on the left block, no good. Reese gets the offensive glass, another miss for Morgan, and finally Dighton gets a defensive board as Bradford comes away with it. Was hoping we were just going to see putback attempt after putback attempt until Lacrosse made it. Instead, now Dighton has the ball in their offensive end. Hornets down 25-10 as Leopard staying aggressive on defense, forcing a turnover on Tatum Pollock as the freshman gets called for the travel in the paint. Believe it was John Dornbos getting a hand on the ball and making the freshman hesitate. It called for the foul. Heading into their offensive end with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Lacrosse leads 25-10 against Dighton. Holoperic on the right side moves the pass onto the opposite side with Reese Morgan, who kicks it into the left corner. Hooper Castaneda then gets a pass up top to Spryer. Spryer driving on, or excuse me, gets a pass to Holoperic on the right wing, who drives into the right corner. Gets fouled as a blocking foul called against Austin Bradford. At the top of the key, Castaneda has it, moves the pass on the right side with Holoperic. Holoperic swings it to Spryer, who keeps it moving along the perimeter to Dornbos. Dornbos up top to Lee, who finds a rolling Reese Morgan pass. Nearly gets away from Reese, but he's able to hang on to it by the fingertips. Moves the pass on the left perimeter. Castaneda. Hooper drives into the paint. Floating shot in front of the rim. It's good.
Nice little pump fake there on the arc there to get the defender to bite on that, and lets a wide open pass into the paint, Aaron.
On the other end, it's a 27-10 lead for Lacrosse, and Dighton trying to work their way inside. It'll be a foul going against Lacrosse as inbound pass stepping in for Dighton. Throwing it in down low for the Hornets. It'll be Price underneath the bucket on the right side. He'll try to get a pass up top, finds Bradford. Bradford pulls from 3 at the top of the key and gets it to fall in. Cuts the lead to 27-13 for Lacrosse. Under 6 minutes to go in half number 1. Spryer has it on the far sideline. He hands it off to Holoperic. Lee goes to Castaneda at the top of the key, gives it away to Dornbos on the left wing. Dornbos onto the right side to Castaneda, whose three-pointer finds the bottom of the bucket. The boys are rolling from deep tonight as it's a 30-13 lead at half court. Castaneda gets the steal. Him and Spryer run in the paint. Hooper's shot, no good. Gets his own miss from the left block, looking for somewhere to go. Finds Dornbos on the perimeter. John drives in on the left block, kicks it outside to Spryer. Spryer finds Reese Morgan alone on the right wing. Three-pointer, no good. Hooper gets the rebound from the right block. The shot is up and good. Hooper grabbing board after board that possession and finally gets the bucket to go for Lacrosse as the Leopards lead 32-13. 5 minutes, 14 seconds to play. We'll get a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. Don't go anywhere. More Leopard basketball on the way right here on your home for Lacrosse Sports, 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where we are rolling into the second quarter, where the Lacrosse fellas are feeling good, up 32-13 over Dighton. Still 5 minutes, 14 seconds to play in a half number one, and it is Hornet ball coming out of the break. Driving across the mid-court line, it's Ming being guarded by Spryer. He'll send a pass to Bradford on the far side of the court. Bradford goes back to Ming, who works the ball into the right corner with Price. Price, slow pass on the baseline, picked off by Dornbos as John will give it up to Holoperic. Holoperic finds Castaneda on the Hornet as Hooper will move the ball onto the right side with Lee. Lee now finds a driving Connor Spryer, and Connor runs into a triple team, and he'll end up shuffling the feet. Gets called for the travel. Possession goes to Dighton. Moving into their offensive end for Dighton is Redburn. Being guarded by Spryer on the right wing, he'll send a pass up top with with Ming. Ming now working on the far side of the court, sails a pass that lands in the hands of Bradford. Bradford tries to go down low, but gets picked off by Morgan. Morgan with a bit of impressive tiptoe sideline feet for alignment, able to keep the feet in bounds and dart a pass in transition as the Leopards now sitting up in their offensive end. It's Holoperic working on the right side of the perimeter. He'll send a pass on the left with Morgan. Morgan keeps working in the left corner with Castaneda. Hooper working his way towards the top of the court. We'll send a pass to the right side. Reese Morgan, three-pointer, finds the bottom of the bucket.
Someone's going to want to get out there on him. They just kind of left him wide open out there, and they're going to learn fast. He's not the guy to do that with.
A lot of these Lacrosse fellas can hit threes as now Dighton has it in the right corner. It's Vogel, high pass. He's able to corral in. Drive, shot, no good. Ball nearly goes out of bounds. Saved in by Caden Pollock. Now Pollock, three-pointer from the right corner off the mark. Castaneda grabs the board. Hooper working his way in transition, kicks the pass in the left corner with Spryer, who then moves it on the left wing with Dornbos. Dornbos keeps it working around the perimeter, finds Holoperic on the right side. Holoperic goes back up top to Connor as he moves it on the right side with Reese Morgan. Vogel, a little bit tighter on the perimeter there against Reese as Morgan gives it up to Dornbos. Strawn driving from the right wing. He'll try to jump stop on the low block. Instead, the feet slide a little bit as he'll get called for the travel. Possession goes back to Dighton. 3:21 to play in quarter number two. Lacrosse leading 35-13.
See a couple new Leopards checking on it. Skillet and Rush are going to get back into the mix here, Aaron.
And from the right corner, driving inside is Pollock. He'll take it outside the three-pointer off the mark that time from Redburn as Rush able to sky up and grab the board. Christian will try to get a pass to Castaneda in the right corner. It's just a little high as Hooper had to jump to get it. Instead, goes off the hand and will go out of bounds. Dighton in possession. Redburn kicks a pass to Pollock from the right baseline. Swatted hard by Skillet. He was driving in from the left side. And Skillet put the big hand up, stopped it dead in its tracks. Got the own board off the block, and now Castaneda has it at the top of the key. Tries to get it to a driving Skillet who is able to get just enough of it to land it in the hands of Rush. Rush's drive from the right corner on the baseline, no good. Gets his own miss, can't get it again. Gets his own miss again. That one no good as he tries to quickly put it back up. Instead, it lands in the hands of Vogel. Vogel trying to go coast to coast. He's now on the baseline, and Christian Rush gets called for the foul. He was trying to cut Vogel off on the baseline drive. Instead, got the chest into the big man of Dighton. He gets called for his first foul of the night. Under 2.5 minutes to play in half number one. Thrown it in. It's Redburn. He moves it to Vogel in the left corner, trying to work against Castaneda and Skilly. He instead kicks it into the high post. The high post jumper no good that time from Pollock. And Tice Ming is called for the foul as he was trying to steal the ball away from Rush. Third foul against Dighton in the second period as Castaneda gets it across half court. He moves the pass on the left wing with Fryer. Looks like Connor wanted to move a pass to Skillet. Didn't like the pass avenue there, though, as the ball now works its way back outside. It's Rush on the left wing, pulling off a screen from Skillet. No good on the deep tray. 2 minutes to play in quarter number two. Lacrosse leads 35-13. On the right wing, it's Ming. He moves the pass to Redburn up top, who gets a pass batted away. Fryer comes away with the steal. Great active hands that time from Connor. Get the turnover for the Leopards now as Rush has it at the top of the key. Kicks a pass onto the right side with Castaneda. Hooper moves it back to Rush on the left wing. Rush trying to find Skillet. Gets the pass floated down low on the left block and working against Vogel. Skillet shot blocked out of bounds on the baseline. Possession stays with Lacrosse. Was a dive pass there from Hooper to get the ball over Vogel, but Vogel may have just been biding his time, waiting to try to contest a shot from Skillet. Both of these fellows have sent each of each other's shots out of bounds on the baseline as the post battle spun tonight here in Dighton. 90 seconds on the clock. Castaneda has the top of the key. Step back three, drains it. Castaneda feeling it that time as darted inside the line, steps out, cashes in for three. It's a 38-13 lead for Lacrosse. At the top of the key, Bradford has it. No good on the answer, but the rebound pulled in by Vogel. Vogel puts the right-hand hook shot up. No good. Great contest from Skillet. The rebound pulled in by Redburn. His shot off the bottom of the rim. No good again as Reese Morgan able to finally pull in the bucket. Both of these teams now have a possession with 3 offensive rebounds where no points to show for it on that drive. As still, Christian Rush driving in from the top of the... Rush was driving in from the top of the point. Spun in from the right short corner. Got called for the travel as the footwork got just a little too fancy. Under 45 seconds to play. Dighton has the ball working into their offensive end. Lacrosse leads 38-13. In the right corner, Redburn for three. Makes that one. 38-16 is now the lead for Lacrosse. Castaneda has it on the far side of the court. 25 seconds to play in half number one. Rush gets the ball outside the perimeter on the left side. Fryer now has it in the corner. Bounces it up top to Castaneda as Hooper, being guarded by Pollock, will drive into the left high post, floats the pass down low to Skillet, and Trenton trying to get it on the baseline. Has it knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Vogel. 11.1 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll see an inbounds pass coming from Connor Fryer underneath the bucket on the left side of the baseline. Lacrosse gets the inbounds pass to Castaneda up top. Hooper using a screen, working to his left from Morgan. Now gets a pass to Reese, rolling into the paint. And Reese able to convert on the perfect pass from Hooper. Makes it a 40-16 lead for the Leopards at halftime. When we come back, we'll have your Greg Sports Pub and Grub halftime show recapping the first 2 quarters of action. We'll also be expecting to hear from Coach Jamie Castaneda to recap the girls' previous loss to these Dighton Hornets. All that and more right here on your Greg Sports Pub and Grub halftime show on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where at halftime of the boys' game against Dighton, Lacrosse leads 40-16. I want to thank you guys for joining me on the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show. I'm Aaron Clark with your play-by-play calls. Ryan joining me, providing color commentary and team stats, while Marilyn Joy holds it down back at the broadcast studio at 93.5. Looking at the scoring summary in the first half, Lacrosse at first fell behind 6-2 in the first quarter. Then the Leopards would go on a dominant tear as they would go up 16-8 before finally leading 25-10 at the end of the first quarter. The Leopards would go on a 23-4 run in the final 6 minutes of our opening frame to give themselves a big cushion heading into quarter number 2, so they would not wait. They would extend their lead, leading at one point 38-16, before settling into the final 40-16 lead we see at halftime on a beautiful pick and roll game from Hooper Castaneda and Reese Morgan. Hooper feeding Reese perfectly, and Reese getting the ball underneath the bucket, coming back a little bit, getting it off the glass to fall to make it a full 24-point advantage for the Leopards. Taking a look at the individual scoring numbers for both sides, I should say. For the Leopards' leading scorer, Hooper Castaneda, he's got 13 points. He had 6 points last week against Mineola, already past that, and a couple of quality assists to his name, as well as Hooper, a offensive engine so far in the game for the Leopards. Also high in the scoring column for Lacrosse, Lee Hollaperrick. He's got 9 points, coming on 3 3-point shots, all of those falling in the first quarter, as he was part of a perimeter onslaught for Coach Schmidt in the first half. Also with 9 points, Reese Morgan, he's got a 3-pointer as well, while Trent Skillett has 6 points and Christian Rush has 5. Turning our attention to the Dighton Hornets, they were led in scoring by Charlie Vogel. He's managed to rack up 6 points tonight, while Austin Bradford, he's got 5. Sean Redburn, he's chipped in a 3-pointer in the second quarter, while Tice Ming rounds out the scoring for Dighton with 2 points. When we come back, we'll hear from Ryan with the team stats before talking with Coach Castaneda about the girls' game. All that and more heading your way on your home for Lacrosse Sports, 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where at halftime of the Lacrosse boys game against Dighton, the fellas lead 40-16. Here on the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show, we'll take a look at the team stats. Ryan, what have you been seeing from the team side?
Well, I'll just come out and say it, Aaron. The three-point shooting from this Leopard squad tonight, disgustingly efficient. 72% from three-point land, as they have made 8 of their 11 attempts from beyond the arc. That combined with 6 of 17 from inside the arc, although about 4 or 5 of those came on one play as I believe it was Reese Morgan and Hooper Castaneda just played catch with each other off the backboard for 4 or 5 shots. In total, they've shot 50% from the field, 14 of their 28 shots landing through that net. They're also 2 of 3 from the charity stripe, the only free throws that have been taken this game. Kept a clean sheet on defense in that first half. Looking at the rebounding numbers, it's been pretty favorable for the Leopards. They've got 7 offensive boards and 12 defensive, total 19 rebounds on the night. And that's compared to 13 rebounds for this Dighton squad, as Dighton was able to pull in 6 offensive boards of their own and 7 defensive. Turnover numbers have been roughly similar for both teams. We're at 7 turnovers, for this Leopard squad, and only 6 from Dighton. Dighton's shooting numbers, not nearly as efficient. 6 of 20 right now from 2-point land, good for 30% there. Shooting 29% from 3-point, as they've made 2 out of their 7 shots from beyond the arc. They've not attempted a free throw yet in the game. As I said, this Leopard defense keeping a quality, clean sheet. In total on the night, Dighton shooting 30%, 8 out of their 27 shots, finding their way into the bucket, Aaron.
Thank you, Ryan, for the team recap here on the Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center halftime show. We got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in halftime, where the Leopards lead 40-16. We'll go ahead and take our final break of the halftime show, as we'll be back in 60 seconds with more Leopard basketball in your home for Lacrosse Sports, 93.5 Thunder Country. To start the second half, for Coach Schmidt, you'll have Christian Rush along with Lee Holloperic, Trenton Skillett, Hooper Castaneda, and Reese Morgan. All of those fellas having quality nights for themselves. Rush with 5 points, Holloperic with 9, Skillett with 6, Castaneda with 13, and Morgan with 9 as well, helping blaze what's been a lights-out shooting night so far for Lacrosse. Leopards are trying to carry some momentum into the final game of the 2025 portion of their season. After tonight, they'll be facing Otis Bison at home on Friday. On the floor now for Dighton. Same squad they started the game with: Sean Redburn, Austin Bradford, Reagan Price, Tyson Ming, and Charlie Vogel. Lacrosse gets the ball inbounds at the top of the key. Now with Reese Morgan, who finds a slashing Lee Holloperic on the right side of the paint. Lee able to pump fake, find space, and get the bucket to fall. 42-16 the lead for the Leopards. Price moves the pass Ming moves the pass to Price in the left corner now. As Price goes up top, Bradford sends it over to Redburn on the right wing. No good on the three. Rebound pulled in by Reese Morgan. Reese gets swarmed as he pulls down the board by Price and Ming, and it'll be Ming with the foul. Price with the foul. Oh no, it is Tice Ming. Trying to hear the PA announcer before they put it on the board. As now the Leopards have it, heading into their offensive end. It's Rush at the top of the key, moving a pass to Reese Morgan on the left side. Reese back to Holoperic on the right. Lee working around the top of the key. He'll fake left, drive on the right side. And as he's driving in, he'll be fouled. It will go on the ground. Still a quick second foul for Dighton to pick up. Still over 7 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Foul going against Charlie Vogel as well as he's been a dominant force down low on the defensive end for Dighton. Now a three-pointer from the right corner. Splashed in by Christian Rush. Just added to the growing list of threes they've made in this game. It's a 45-16 advantage, and now driving in, Ming has it stripped away by Castaneda. Hooper driving on the right side, or on the near sideline, goes in from the right side of the lane, gets a shot blocked by Vogel. Vogel now going the other way for the Hornets, moving into the paint. His shot blocked on the baseline by Skillett. Great transition defense that time from Trent, as it'll be a foul against the big man, but still love to see the effort prevent the easy transition layup, make Vogel earn it at the line. First shot from Vogel is in and good. Second shot from Vogel misses, and Skillett able to rip down the rebound.
A bit of an errant pass there. Skillett makes a pass to Rush, who was just not quite ready to receive that, and it's going to go out of bounds on that far sideline here.
Generally, that connection works a little better. Rush passing to Skillett, as we saw on the gridiron a couple times. Now possession goes back to Dighton at the top of the key. It's Ming driving onto the right side. He'll take it out to Redburn. Redburn moves it further into the right corner with Vogel, as Vogel works his way along the perimeter. Ball moving its way around the perimeter. It's Ming. He'll kick it to Bradford in the left corner. Bradford goes up top to Vogel, working in the right high post. He'll go up against Skillett. Can't get the shot to go. Ball being batted away before Bradford comes away with it in front of the rim. He's able to turn around and put an 8-foot jumper up and get it to go. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Schmidt as Lacrosse leads at 45-19. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Use this opportunity to remind everyone that Lacrosse Sports is brought to you tonight and every night by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Teresa Greenway, Morgan Brothers Construction, Whitetail Properties, Schaefer Easy Mart, Farmers Bank and Trust of Lacrosse, Rush County Insurance, and Greg Sports Pub and Grub of Rush Center. Coming out of the timeout, the Leopards will have the same group on the floor. Still Rush, Holoperic, Skillett, Castaneda, and Morgan. Coach Schmidt just wanted to get everyone on the same page. 45-19 lead for the Leopards. 6:15 to play in quarter number 3. Across half court, Castaneda takes it and hands it off to Holoperic. Holoperic moves it to Rush on the left side, who kicks it further on along the perimeter to Morgan. Morgan back to Lee, top of the paint, or top of the key, 3, no good. Skillett gets the offensive board. Working inside against Vogel, he'll kick a pass into the right corner with Castaneda. Hooper trying to step onto the charity stripe, will kick a pass outside to Holoperic. Lee, being guarded by Bradford, will work his way inside the perimeter and didn't quite get the plant that he wanted there. He'll get called for the foot shuffle travel, and possession moves back to Dighton. Ming working across half court for the Hornets. He'll dart a pass into the right corner with Redburn, trying to get down low to Vogel. Pass bounces off the backboard before Vogel's able to cleanly come down with it. He then goes up and gets the close shot to fall from the right hand. It makes a 45-21 lead for Lacrosse. 5.5 to play in quarter number 3. Reese Morgan has it on the left wing. He moves the ball up top to Christian Rush. Rush driving on the right side of the lane, goes up the right block, no good. Offensive glass pulled in by Skillett. Skillett can't get the shot to go, but Christian Rush gets the offensive glass again and gets the tip in. Quick hands that time from Rush, as he didn't even wait to fall back to earth before putting the shot up. Makes it a 47-21 lead for Lacrosse. On the baseline, Vogel has it poked away by Castaneda before Holoperic able to pull away the ball. He'll drive into the paint, has it poked away, that time I believe by Redburn. Now Redburn gets double teamed by Castaneda and Holoparik. Lee nearly steals away. Instead, Redburn has it driving on the right side of the rim. Oh, he shot missed, and Skillett grabbed it, had to bring the ball back behind his head, and then as he moved it forward, he only had it by his ring and pinky fingers, ended up accidentally flinging that ball out of bounds on the baseline. Possession stays with Dighton as it'll be Hornet ball on the left side of the baseline. Pass in from Price. He'll find Ming in the left corner. Ming goes up top to Redburn. Being guarded by Castaneda, Redburn will move on to the right side with Bradford. Bradford up top to Ming. He'll drive into the left high post before sending a pass to Redburn on the left corner. Redburn darts a pass to the right block to Charlie Vogel, I should say, and Vogel able to go up strong with it from the right side and get the buck to fall. It's a 24-47-23 lead for Lacrosse. At the top of the key, Holoparik hands it off to Dornbos. John drives in front of the charity stripe, passes it off to Skillett, and Trenton fading away, gets the shot to fall. Incredible touch that time from Skillett. Makes it a 49-23 advantage for Lacrosse. In the high post, it's Price. He sends a pass in the left corner, shot off the mark. Or it was Ming dishing it to Price in the left corner. Shot from Price off the mark. Rebound hauled in by Holoparik. He now sends it to Dornbos on the right perimeter. John drives in front of the rim, kicks it outside. Reese Morgan, three from the left wing. No good. Long rebound. Oh, nearly pulled in by Dornbos, but he was trying to grab it over Castaneda, and the ball ends up bouncing off of Hooper's back as Dighton takes over control. In the far corner, Price has it. He now works it up the perimeter to Ming. Ming's three-point shot is no good, but the offensive glass grabbed by Bradford. Bradford drives into the paint. His shot off the mark as well, but he'll be fouled, heading to the line, a chance for 2 points. Under 3.5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. The first shot from Bradford is up and good. Substitution checks in for Lacrosse as Connor Spryer moves in for Reese Morgan. Second shot at the line for Bradford. After sinking the first one, he's able to get the second one right there with it. Still a 49-25 lead for Lacrosse. 3:25 to play in quarter number 3. Castaneda moves the pass across half court into the right corner with Spryer. Connor now working around the perimeter, finds Dornbos at the top of the key. John, I should say, gives it back to Spryer in the right corner. Connor picks up the dribble along the perimeter before bouncing the pass to Holoparik. Lee onto the left side, finds Dornbos, who takes it further than corner with Castaneda. Hooper nearly wants to pull a deep three, instead moves it up top to Holoparik. Lee able to drive by the defender, got flipped by Conroy, but couldn't get the finger roll finish at the bucket. And now Vogel gets the rebound across half court. He moves to Redburn. Redburn on the left side of the ring to Ming. Ming outside to Bradford. Bradford into the right, or into the far corner with Redburn. Redburn down low to Vogel. Vogel shot up over Skillett. Fall. Skillett right there with a great defense, but Vogel able to work his way around the outstretched hands of Skillett. Now Lee driving into the right side of the lane, darts a pass to Skillett, and Trenton ready to finish it away. Easy 2 points for the Leopards, back to a 51-27 lead for Lacrosse. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to play. On the far side, it's in the corner with Redburn. He drives in on the baseline. His shot blocked hard by Skillett. He goes in the left corner where Bradford's able to recover. He drives in for a 12-foot jumper. No good. Rebound pulled in by Spryer. Great defensive anticipation that time from Skillett, but I don't think Redburn even knew it was there when he shot it. Leopards have it in their offensive end now. Spryer with it on the charity stripe, bounces it to Dornbos in the right corner. John floats it across the arc to Holoparik in the left corner. Holoparik finds a cutting Skillett, who gets the bucket to go down low. Different formula there, but same basics as it's a Holoparik to Skillett pass, resulting in an easy point for the Leopards. 53-27 is the lead for Lacrosse. 1 minute, 33 seconds to play in the third period. Foul on Dornbos as John was trying to dive in and knock a pass away. Got a little too physical on it, and so possession will stay with Dighton as they were in their offensive end. It's going to be an inbounds pass from Conroy on the baseline. He gets it in to Redburn, who gets fouled on the shot by Castaneda. Hooper was trying not to let anything easy go through, but gets called for the contact. At the charity stripe, it's Redburn, his First shot falls. It's been an impressive night at the charity stripe for the Hornets. They've made 4 of their 5 attempts. Now Redburn with the 6th on the night. He's able to get that one to bounce off the front of the rim, hits off back iron before falling in. Under 90 seconds to play in our penultimate frame as the Leopards, lead 53-29 at the top of the key. It's Holoperic who's a pass on the left side with Stormboss. Stormboss stops in front of the rim, passes it off on the left block with Morgan, and Morgan through contact, he pump fakes, gets Vogel in the air, and able to get the shot to fall. He's headed to the line, looking at a chance for 3 points.
It was a beautiful post move there for Morgan. Really just able to make his shot fall from anywhere on the floor. Great footwork, great pump fake ability.
And can't quite get the free throw this fall. However, Spryer scores up, grabs the miss, gets it on the left block with Dornbos, and Dornbos gets the shot to fall.
Only thing better than a 3-point possession, Aaron, that'd be a 4-point possession.
Absolutely. It's under a minute to go in quarter number 3. Leopards lead 55-29. We get a timeout called on the far sideline by Dighton, and it'll be a 60-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. Leopards lead 55-29 in the third quarter. We'll be back with more lacrosse basketball on 93.5 Thunder Country. Welcome back in to 93.5 Thunder Country, where with about a minute to play in the third quarter, it's been all Leopard boys in this game as Lacrosse leads 56-29. An impressive offensive game so far from the Leopards. Just keeps getting better. In the first half, we saw a lot of shots falling from the outside. Now, it seems like Lacrosse is able to drive inside the perimeter, getting shots to fall from down low on drive from John Dornbos, on quality post moves from Reese Morgan. It's built up a big advantage for the Leopards, leading by 28 points here in quarter number 3. On the far sideline, it'll be Dighton throwing the ball in. Redburn up top of the key, moves it to Bradford off the right side. Bradford 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Reese Morgan. Under 50 seconds to play in quarter number 3. If Lacrosse wants the final shot of the quarter, they can have it now with Holoperic working his way to the right side of the top of the key. He'll send a pass on the perimeter with Castaneda. Hooper drives to the charity stripe, step back, decides against the jumper, and instead moves it onto the right side with Spryer. Spryer then moves to the top of the key before giving it back to Castaneda. Castaneda hands it off to Holoperic near the top of the paint and will drive in. Kicks it outside for the left corner 3. No good from Spryer. Offensive glass pulled down by Reese Morgan. Dornbos gets on the right perimeter, drives in. No good. Morgan fighting for the offensive glass. He'll pull it up just in front of half court. The offensive hustle from Reese Morgan on full display. 5 seconds, 4. Holoperic at the top of the key from the top of the high post. No good on the final shot. And that will send us into the final period. Lacrosse leading 57-29 over Dighton. Fourth quarter of play on the way right here on your home for Leopard Sports, 93.5 Thunder Country. We'll be back in just 30 seconds. Welcome back into 93.5 Thunder Country, where we are headed into the final quarter of play for the Lacrosse boys over Dighton, where the Leopards lead 57-29. If you're with me for the pregame show, you heard me talking about how in the final game of the Mineola tournament against the hosting Mineola team, Lacrosse had 4 players scoring in double digits. Well, heading into the final frame, they've already got 5 this game, with Christian Rush, Lee Holoperic, Trenton Skillett, Hooper Castaneda, and Reese Morgan all in double-digit scoring. Dighton does have the ball to start the fourth quarter, and working it down low to Pollock. He'll be or excuse me, that's working it down low to Conroy. He'll be fouled on the left block, heading to the line. Chance for 2 points now. Foul going against Cooper Castaneda. It's just his second of the game. At the line, Conroy's first shot is up and no good as it bounces high off the back iron and careens off to the left side. Substitution moves in for Dighton as Tatum Pollock steps off. We see Charlie Vogel move back on. Vogel working with 4 fouls on the night. He's the leading scorer for the Hornets. He'll have to be careful if he doesn't want to leave this game early now. As the second free throw for Conroy off the mark as well, similar to the first one as it bounces off to the left side of the rim and Lacrosse takes over. Castaneda with it on the left side, moves it up top to Dornbos. John dribbles in the left high post before giving it back to Hooper. Hooper drives to the right side of the lane, kicks it into the right corner with Reese Morgan. Reese moves it back up top with Fryer, who trying to drive into the paint. He'll be fouled. First foul of the quarter falling against Dighton as Holliperg will be throwing it in on the right side of the baseline. He floats the pass to Castaneda, who gets it along the right perimeter. Hooper will move it onto the left side to Dornbos. John dribbles towards the charity stripe, moves on the right side with Spryer. Spryer kicks it inside to Holliperg, who driving towards the paint was going to bounce one under the right block to Morgan. Reese not quite expecting it as it goes out of bounds. Possession back to Dighton. Hornets driving on the right side with Redburn. He now kicks it outside to Conroy. Conroy keeps the ball moving in the left corner with Bradford. Bradford's floater from 8 feet, no good. Saves his own miss on the baseline. Gets the ball into Vogel, and Vogel able to use the right hand to get the shot to fall. Still a 57-31 advantage for Lacrosse. Under 7 minutes to play in the game. Holliperg drives on the left side of the lane, swings the pass in the left corner with Dornbos drove in from the three-point line. However, he was fouled on the drive. He fouled going against Sean Redburn. Redburn's third foul on the night will give an inbound pass to Lacrosse from the left side of the baseline underneath the basket. It's Holliperg. Finds Dornbos at the top of the key. He gives it back to Lee. Left corner three. Good from Holliperg.
Lee Holliperg for
fourth three-pointer of the night for Lee. Makes it a 60-31 advantage for the Hornets, or for the Leopards, I should say, as the Hornets have the ball in the right corner. It's a three-pointer, no good from Redburn. His shot picked up by Vogel, though, who's able to get the putback after to fall for Dighton. On the other end, Fryer can't handle a pass underneath the bucket, and at half court calls for a travel. It's Conroy, the 5'11 junior, was trying to stop himself near mid-court, and instead the feet kept moving underneath him. Gets called for the walk. 6:15 to play in the ball game. Leopards leading 60-33. Holliperg kicks the ball up top. Reese Morgan gets the three-pointer to fall. Holliperg couldn't get the assist last time down to Morgan. A little bit further away, though, and Reese still able to cash in. It's a 63-33 lead. Holliperg with it, bashing across half court. He'll pull up on the left side of the perimeter, moves the ball along up top to Castaneda. Castaneda nearly loses, but Holliperg comes away with it. Lee, another three!
Lee Holliperg for
That's 3 straight three-pointers to open up the scoring for Lacrosse. Our scoreboard just went down here.
The Leopards have literally shot the light out of the scoreboard here in the Hornets gym, as it's been a barrage from outside.
You can't blame the Dighton fans for not wanting to see that score on the board, Aaron. But it has been an electric night if you're a fan of Leopard basketball here.
Feels like this is the pinnacle of what the Leopard basketball can be over the last season, going back to the start of last season and this one. They've been kind of live by the three, die by the three, and man, are they living by it tonight. And you see what that's able to do for the offense of the Leopards, as it puts a lot of attention, makes a lot of fellas have to fly outside with their hands up. And you've seen fellas like Lee Holliperg, like John Dornbos, Christian Rush, all driving past these jumps.
And the thing is, when you get them to have to bite on those three, you get them to have to guard that perimeter, that leaves your guys like Trenton Skillett, like John Dornbos open down low for some easy points inside the paint. Scoring from everywhere, that's what you need for some successful offense.
63-33, the lead now for Lacrosse. A fresh batch of fellows on the floor for the Leopards is driving in for Dighton. It's Charlie Vogel. he'll be able to get the bucket to fall, and he'll have to do it through contact as he's fouled on the way up. He'll be heading to the line, that chance for 3 points. On the court now for Lacrosse, it's Theoden Heading. He's the one who picked up the foul. Also out there, Tyron Steiner along with Gage Kendall, Rylan Ballman, and Eli Morgan rounding out the 5 on the floor for Coach Schmidt. Eli has it up top. He'll send a pass on to the right side as it now works its way to the left. It's with Ballman. Ballman trying to find Gage Kendall on the right wing, is unable to as the ball goes out of bounds on the near sideline. Under 5 minutes to go. The Leopards leading 66-35. Redburn has it across half court. He'll now move it to Ming. Ming puts up a floater. Can't get the ball as Eli Morgan. Great contest. Rebound lands in the hands of Tyron Steiner. Into the right corner, the Leopards find Rylan Ballman, and Ballman was trying to drive on the baseline, but got a little out over the skis as he'll get called for the travel, trying to post up on the right block. 4:20 to play in the ball game as Redburn has it on the left wing. He'll send a pass into the left corner with Conroy. Conroy up top to Bradford as he'll drive, being guarded by Steiner. Steiner kicks the ball out, finds Vogel inside, and Eli Morgan nearly comes away with the clean block on Vogel. Instead gets dinged, sending Vogel back to the line. Earlier in the third quarter, Vogel was able to knock down one of his 2 free throws. This time, Vogel gets the first shot to go. He's up to 20 points as Lacrosse has struggled to slow him down. Rest of the Hornets not quite as much of a conundrum to figure out for Coach Schmidt's squad, as making the second one is Vogel. Puts it to a 66-37 lead for Lacrosse. Eli Morgan has it on the left wing. He'll move to Gage Kendall. Kendall up top to Steiner. Steiner into the right corner to Ballman. Ballman down low to Heading. And Theoden Heading gets fouled on the low block. I don't think he had put the shot up yet. I think it was when he was trying to establish position, and indeed it was. That foul going against Bradford. Throwing it on the baseline. It'll be Steiner. Tyron gets it into the left block to Morgan. Eli Morgan, I should say. Then works it to Rylan Ballman on the left perimeter. Ballman goes to Steiner. Back up top. The ball finds Ballman, who kicks into the right corner with Gage Kendall. Kendall driving in, puts a floater up in front of the rim. Can't get a shot to go. Offensive glass grab by Heading. Heading up top to Steiner. Steiner back to Ballman in the right corner. Ballman driving on the right baseline. Shot goes off the bottom of the backboard. He gets his own miss. Puts a floating fadeaway up and gets it to go. Rylan Ballman putting on the sharpshooting display from the left block there. He was falling down there. Was going to have to step away and gets it to go. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play. 68-37 lead for Lacrosse. Working down low, it's Vogel. He gets a pass off to Conroy. Conroy shot no good. Ball batted away. Eli Morgan got a hand on it, as did Gage Kendall, before finally Tyron Steiner pulled it down. Kendall takes it across half court, gets it to Ballman, and Ballman trying to drive his way in from the right corner. Gets called for the charging foul.
That was a good defensive move there on the Hornets. Knew he was going to come in. Hadn't seen much from him yet, but seemed like he might be a little bit out of control, and sure enough, got called for the charge.
And Ballman knew he did it that time. As soon as he charged in, he kind of laughed it off, shook the head, and we get a new group in for Dighton as well. On the floor, it's Justin Siegley, joined by Aiden Warda, as driving in on the right side, it's Tatum Pollock. Also on the floor for Dighton, Graham Von Leonrod. And rounding out the 4 out there is Jarrett Shefflin. Down low for the Leopards. Theoden Heading. Quick hands from the left side of the lane. Gets the bucket to fall. Leading the charge of the Rohirrim on the left side of the lane for the easy bucket for the Leopards as a minute to play in the ball game. Dighton put up I don't know if it was supposed to be a shot or a pass that got tipped by the Leopards there and almost pulled down, but goes out of bounds on the baseline.
If I'm being honest, I think it was an attempt to bait a foul out. He looked like he was waiting for the ref to blow a whistle after that one.
Marcus Keelenhouse has checked on for Lacrosse, as has Colby Rush. Leopards have it at midcourt. It's Ryland Ballman. He'll move it to Teelenhouse at the midcourt lines. Teelenhouse at the top of the key now with under 25 seconds to go. Moves the pass on the far sideline to Ballman. Ballman to Steinert, standing on the Hornet head. Steinert drives to the left side of the perimeter, then kicks it up to Ballman. Ryland trying to not get it stripped away, able to get an outlet pass to Steinert. 5 seconds to go as the Leopards will salt away a 70-37 win. Big road victory for the Leopards will move them to 5-1 on the season. Stick around as we'll have the Leon's Welding of Hayes post-game show heading your way right here on your home for Leopard Sports. It's 93.5 Thunder Country.